procedures.
The procedure in the police that you must at least stay 2 years in a rank before you can be promoted to the next rank. Now, in 2011, you became a major general. Within a night, overnight, you became a lieutenant general.
Sibia claims Mkonazi's jumping off ranks was frowned upon by many senior-ranking officers at the time. Arun Singh, Eyewitness News.
Former Free State Premier Ace Magashule's ex-assistant Moradi Cholota says she's mulling her next move after her bid to dodge corruption charges failed. The Free State High Court delivered a blow to Cholota yesterday when it ruled it had jurisdiction to try her in the high-profile Asbestos case after some legal wrangling over her 2024 extradition from the U.S. This means Cholota will be in the dock with Magashule, businessman Edwin Sodi and others when the main trial resumes in Bloemfontein next month. The state in the matter wants 18 accused to account for the botched 255 million rand asbestos tender. Nogukayam Dambo reports.
Moradi Cholota challenged her prosecution in a special plea on several grounds, including claims that South African officials misrepresented facts to U.S. authorities in their application to haul her back to the country in 2024. The same court that let her off last year has now ruled that Cholota must face corruption charges when the matter goes to trial next month. Speaking after the judgment was delivered, Cholota's lawyer, Peter Tibane, had this to say.
We need to thoroughly study the judgment, consult with our client, then we'll decide what to do from there.
On the corruption charge she faces, Cholota allegedly solicited kickbacks from now slain businessman Ignatius Mpabani, who was Edwin Sodi's business partner in the inflated and irregular asbestos tender. Nogukanyam Dambo, Eyewitness News in Bloemfontein.
The battle lines between the ANC and DA have once again been drawn as Parliament wrapped up debates on the State of the Nation address, while the DA says it's not just in the government of national unity to get along with its coalition partners. The ANC says the party must choose whether it wants to be in government or the opposition. The continuous issue of broad-based black economic empowerment has featured frequently over the two-day debate after President Ramaphosa made it clear in his address a week ago that the ANC's policy would not be abandoned. Lindsay Dentlinka reports.
Sweeping the marathon debate, the DA's Deputy Chief Whip, Baxolile Nodada, says his party will not be a passive participant of the ANC's policies in the government of national unity.
The DA will definitely challenge BEE, which is a cadre enrichment scheme dressed up as redress. It must be replaced by the DA's empowerment model that focuses on poverty as a matrix of empowerment.
As the final speaker, International Relations Minister Ronald Lamola was quick to hit back at the DA's role in the GNU, pointing out that achievements the DA has been crediting to themselves have been made on the back of the ANC's groundwork. Lamola says the GNU does not mean bearing black economic empowerment initiatives which are aimed at benefiting the marginalized and excluded.
Black economic empowerment, affirmative action, is a constitutional imperative. This must sink in, even to the Democratic Alliance.
President Ramaphosa will respond to the debate this afternoon. Lindsay Dentlinger, Eyewitness News, Parliament.
And Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg says he regrets the tech company's slow progress in identifying underage users on Instagram. Zuckerberg faced stinging criticism at a landmark social media trial over accusations that his company deliberately hooked children. Asked to comment on complaints from inside the company that not enough was being done to verify whether children under 13 were using the platform, the 41-year-old head of Meta, which also owns Facebook and WhatsApp, said improvements had been done. The trial marked the first time the multi-billionaire addressed the safety of his world-dominating platforms directly before a jury and under oath. Gold is trading at $4,979.40 an ounce. The rand is at 16.08 to the dollar, 21.68 to the pound, 18.95 to the euro. Brent crude oil is at $70.60 a barrel.
And in the traffic, we've got delays on the M1 South approaching Collett Drive. Please be on the lookout there. There's also queuing traffic reported on the N3 North between Van Buren Road and the Gululis interchange.
A partly cloudy day in store for Gauteng. The temperatures will peak at highs between 29 and 30. The top story in EWN this hour: suspended Deputy National Police Commissioner Shadrack Sibia is expected to continue with his testimony at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry.
EWN, in touch, in tune and independent. For the latest, visit ewn.co.za or download the EWN app.
Get your brain in the game and win big on the Brain of 702. Enter now on primemediaplus.com. T's and C's apply.
You're with Clement Manyathela
On 702.
Let's walk the talk. Streaming on the Prime Media Plus app.
DSTV channel 856.
92.7 and 106 FM.
8 minutes after 9 o'clock. Sanbonani, Dumelang, Goeiemorgen, happy Thursday. Welcome to the Clement Manyathela show on this 19th day of February. I hope you're well this morning. And please, before we begin, Abel, let's have silence because this is important. Public service announcement. So we are unable to take calls about the Pirates versus Sundowns match yesterday. None of us actually even watched it. So we can't be expected to comment about something we don't even know much about. All I know is that the two teams were playing. As to what happened and what, I don't know. Angazi, Akitsebi, at Vietnam. So, yeah, I mean, you can call about it. I mean, this is your open line after all. I'm just saying that I may not know what you're talking about. But we can also talk about other things that are more interesting and current. Yeah? Is that cool? Great. 011-883-0702. That is the number to dial on the 702 open line. The WhatsApp line is 072-702-1702. So, Shadrack Sibia, hey? How did you find his testimony yesterday? Did you get the link he was trying to make with the MK party? Because he claimed that the MK party is behind attempts to damage his reputation. I mean, he alleged that the party had a hand in the build-up to, of one of the corruption allegations, for instance, that were leveled against him. He also told the commission that there was political influence in the allegations leveled against him from the country's biggest opposition party, the MK party. So what do you make of the links that Sibia has made towards the MK party? And here's the question. How much are you willing to spend to watch your favorite artist? And when you go watch your favorite artist and you've spent so much money, are you one of those people who are hoping that you're going to be picked to come on stage or maybe that artist will touch you? And I'm asking that question because there are a number of concerts that are lined up this year and the young ones are going crazy and maybe the old ones too. There's an artist by the name of J. Cole. I had never heard of him before. I only found out about him literally this week when my sister was telling me about how excited she is about the concert. He's coming down to South Africa. Doja Cat is also coming down to South Africa. Oh, I wonder if she's going to go visit the dad. Is the dad still alive? I wonder. They don't get along, right? They're estranged. Maybe let's find a way for them to smoke a peace pipe. But she's coming down to SA. Some people are really excited about that. Apparently, there are other big artists. I don't know if someone spoke about Boyz II Men the other day on Twitter. I'm not sure if that was confirmed. But I want to know which concerts you are looking forward to that are lined up, especially for this year. And maybe some I didn't mention. But what are you most excited about? Because Big Concerts is bringing a number of international artists to South Africa this year. The lineup, as I've said, Global Citizens Move Africa concert to be headlined by Doja Cat, J. Cole, The Fall off tour at FNB, Brian Adams on his Roll with the Punches tour, as well as UB40. And here's the interesting thing. Ticket prices obviously vary across the different shows, right? But some fans feel like the cost is unreasonable, while others feel it's actually fine for an international production. And I think that's always going to be the case, isn't it? There are some people that feel like the cost is not reasonable, but others believe that concert tickets actually must be at that price, especially for these international artists. How do you feel about the pricing model, and how excited are you about some of these concerts? Are you going to be taking your kids there? And how much are you willing to spend on a live music experience? What is the most you have paid for a concert if you've gone already? Have you ever traveled abroad to see an artist perform live? And what did that cost you? 011-883-0702. We're taking your WhatsApps as well on 0727021702. At 10 o'clock, we are going to do our Hanging Out feature. And today I'm hanging out with the legendary TV presenter and businesswoman, Zandi Nhlapo. Remember her? She became a household name as a continuity presenter on SABC, and she went on to do other amazing things. And I mean, Simunye, remember that? Simunye, oh, we are one. For many of us, that tagline was actually defined the early years of our post-apartheid television. I mean, it was a time when the SABC was helping shape a new national identity and bringing South Africans together in front of the screen. And among the faces who became part of that shared experience was Zandi Nhlapo. I mean, I remember how articulate she was, how confident she was. She was at ease in front of the camera, and she became a trusted presence in our home, a voice and a face many of us grew up with. So today she's a businesswoman, she's a creative, she's a woman who has courageously reinvented herself. So she's going to be hanging out with us today between 10 and 11 o'clock. And then at 11 o'clock, we're going to do our Thursday dialogue. And today we're going to be taking you back to the Madlanga Commission to continue hearing the testimony of Shadrack, Sibia, the suspended Deputy National Police Commissioner. That's the show coming up over the next 3 hours.
Clement Manyathela, streaming on the Prime Media Plus app.
DSTV channel 856,
92.7
and 106 FM.
All right, let's start with your calls, your WhatsApps as well. Tabang, you are calling from Rustenburg. Good morning.
Clement, good morning.
Sure. Hey, Tabang?
Can you hear me, Clement?
Yes, I can. Go ahead, brother.
Perfect. I'm looking forward to the unemployment benefit for the concert fair. And I'm actually hoping that somebody, a big concert would call Peter Gabriel. The man is getting too old now. So can somebody call me to that, call him to South Africa for a show?
For sure.
I love that old man. But
when is the UB40 show?
I'm not sure about the date.
It's in June, Tabang, I'm told by the producers. Have you bought your ticket?
Not yet. The tickets are selling out or sold out. I'm not sure. But
hey, man, these big concerts, these big stars, tickets get sold out so quickly. So be careful, my brother.
Yeah, it means after this call, I must check and verify if they still have tickets. But
yeah. What do you hope for when you go to attend a concert with your favorite artist, Tabang? Like, do you just want to enjoy the music, or are you a type of person that wishes that you can touch that artist, or maybe you'll be lucky enough to be called on stage? Like, what are your hopes when you get a ticket and you're like, I'm going to watch my favorite artist?
Well, if I pay a 1.5 for a UB40, first of all, I want a proper production from sound, lights, and everything. I need everything to be proper. And if I get lucky to get closer to them, that will be a bonus. But I'm so in detail when it comes to audio and video.
Got it. And I think that's it. And that's only fair, isn't it? I think good sound for me is so important. I've been disappointed at times when I've seen some of our concerts where we bring in these international artists, and at FNB Stadium, people just can't hear what's going on stage. So if you've paid so much money, you deserve a good production. Tabang and Rustenbeck, enjoy that UB40 concert, my friend. Your WhatsApps on 072-702-1702.
Good morning, Clement. Tabisha from Donaldton. Boys to Men is definitely coming to Sunbet Arena late May. I think the tickets range from 950 up to 2.9, almost 3,000. And Karen White is coming to South Africa, and Kekwalam is also coming to Sunbet Arena in June. I'm looking forward to Boys to Men. I'm trying to save up money so that I can just get the tickets. The 950 tickets are almost sold out, but hopefully I'll still get the 1,002 tickets for me and my wife. Thanks for a great show. Good morning.
You must enjoy that. I'm interested too, the parents listening to us. If you've got teenage kids or younger kids, well, because some younger kids actually go to these concerts. I've had a story of someone who was young. I don't remember how old they were though, and their mother took them to a Janet Jackson concert. But they were so young, and I remember thinking, what? So you loved Janet Jackson? I think they were probably like 15. And I was like, so you went to watch? Apparently there was a time Janet Jackson came to South Africa and she asked the mom to take her, which was fascinating for me. And as parents, like, what do you do, like, when you take your children to these concerts? Like, do you sit with them? I remember when Tyler had a shows in Cape Town and Joburg, there were lots of parents who had taken their kids there. And I wonder, like, do you just sit there, sing along? Do you go sit in, are there lounges where you can sit, or you drop them off as long as they are with friends, or you have to be there as an adult? How does it work? And with these big concerts that are coming up, what's your plan?
Clement, you're not gonna get off that easy. No. Yesterday, Pirate played, and they were beating. Now the country's at peace. You know what? I'm a Chiefs fan, and I loved yesterday's game. You know what? You Pirates fans, you are so arrogant that you said this league is yours. Oh, come on, man. Come on, Clement.
Come on, man.
Ha. You were beating, man. Beating. Ha.
You see, that's what people who are not used to winning, people who are not used to winning are always going to come through like that. Okay, let's be fair then. Congratulations, Sundowns. That's it. The matter is closed. It's 19 minutes after 9 o'clock.
Your voice.
Your station.
Your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
So the year was 2012. And I know it was 2012 because this concert happened 3 months after Beyonce gave birth. And she had given birth on the 7th of Jan, same day as Lewis Hamilton. 7th of Jan in 2012. And then 3 months later, she then did a concert Atlantic City. It's a 2-hour bus trip from New York. And there were just limited tickets. And because a year before that, she had also done an intimate Live at the Wynn at Las Vegas. And my friends for my 25th had put money in to send me to that. And then I got like a job, SA's Got Talent. It's a long story, Clement, stay with me. I got a job, SA's Got Talent, so I couldn't go to the intimate performance with Beyonce. So I still like had that money and I was like, oh, what am I going to do with it? Next thing. There we go. I can go see Beyonce. I got the Beehive tickets, and it's the first concert where she introduced the notion Beehive, where literally she builds like a little hole inside the stage, and that's where you perform. And as she's walking across because to change songs they switch off the lights, and then she's walking across, and I screamed, Beyonce, I'm that girl who came from South Africa. Because I'd literally let her entire team know. I ran into her bodyguard, Julius. I told him. I ran into Frank, her tour manager. I ran into Angie, her cousin. Everyone, because we're all like, it's like Atlantic City. It's like a Monte Casino in the desert, right? So everyone is here and everyone is staying here. And I made sure that I was even staying in the hotel that her team was staying in. And everyone that I ran into, I was like, please tell Beyonce there's a girl here who came from South Africa. So as she's walking across the stage, I say, Beyonce, I'm the girl who came from South Africa. And she like says, stop. Okay. That means I'm going to sing the next song from here. And she holds my hand and her hand was so cold and her rock was so big. I don't know what it's called, her hand or the rock, all that ice. So anyway, then she was there and she just sang and she sang my least favorite song from her. But it's fine. She was still holding my hand. And yeah, I think that entire thing, 2012, for the ticket itself, I think I must have forked out around 13,000 Rand. But luckily, I wasn't paying for it because what? It was a gift.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, thank you to Anele for sending that. That's incredible. I remember that time when Anele had Beyonce touch her hand. And I mean, she was so excited. And maybe there's a thing about us South Africans, hey, when we go to these international concerts. But 13,000 Rand back in, 2012, 2013? That's quite a bit of money. I mean, a lot of people are always asking me for, like, how did you pay? How much was the ticket for, like, Adele? I mean, in today's rands, this concert was 2 years ago. A ticket was like 17,000 Rand, which is worth it. Well, and I can say that because I ended up on stage with her. But the chances you have in getting up on stage with an artist is when you are closer to the stage. So the tickets we had for Adele were like the VIP tickets next to the stage, where when she looks up, she literally lands on you first before anybody else, which is where you get the chance of being on stage. And I mean, I was lucky enough on my birthday to be able to get on stage. But yeah, that ticket was about 17,000 Rand. I mean, for Beyonce in 2013, and you're paying 13,000 Rand for that ticket, that is a bit of money. But look at what happened to Anele. And she is going to tell that story forever and ever to her kids and her grandkids and her great-great-grandkids. What is it that you look forward to when you go to these big concerts, especially when you travel even overseas, for instance? Because if you're spending so much money on travel, on hotel, on accommodation, you do want to try and get chances of either a meet and greet, or you want to be next to the stage, or maybe you just want to go for a good production. What do you go for? More of your WhatsApps on 072 702 1702.
Morning, Clement. Clement, with big concert, I don't have to worry about the sound because, listen, big concert, I've been going to their concert, like, sound is proper. But I always want to be at backstage, meet the artist, like have a chattinyana. So with Chris Brown, I didn't get that, but at least I was right next to the stage, like right next to the stage. So with Doja Cat, I hope I can have money to buy the ticket and just give her a hug.
Good morning, guys. About the tickets and the pricing, right? I agree with these guys because, like, I agree with the prices, the high prices, because, guys, let's not even go to Drake, because Drake is pulling something like $2.5 to $3 million per show per night. Let's go to Rod Wave. Rod Wave is like the new guy that kids like, right? Currently, right now, Rod Wave is pulling in $2 million per night. And he can fill in the Barclays Center, the Madison Square Garden for 2-3 days in a row. We are talking 32 million Rand per night, guys. $2 million is 32 million Rand. Sure. So, as a promoter, you are bringing someone who charges 32 million Rand per night into South Africa. How much must the ticket be, guys? Like, how much must the ticket be?
But that's why a lot of these concerts, they rely heavily on sponsorships as opposed to ticket sales. I don't think they make that much money actually on actual ticket sales. I think how they finance that and they bring that artist down here is because those artists, you don't bring like big artists here and say, okay, let's see how many tickets we're going to sell. No, they are already priced whether that stadium is going to be empty or not, this is what they charge. And I think a lot of brands come into the play, and there's no much heavy reliance on the ticket price.
Hello 702 family. Speaking of concerts, last year I saw a lot of content of gorgeous South African women going to the Cowboy Carter Beyonce World Tour. A lot of them went to London. So if you think of that, the spending on flights, accommodation, visas, the actual tickets, and I mean a Beyonce ticket is not cheap, and spending money. So people can spend up, maybe I'm guessing 50 to 80K on going to see their favorite artist. And I saw quite a lot of ladies on my WhatsApp statuses and social media platforms of South African ladies going to go enjoy some Beyonce all the way in London. So people really do go out for the artists that they love. From my perspective, the most I've ever paid is $15,000 for Chris Brown hospitality suite tickets, and it was worth it. I actually think it was $15,000 for the three of us, yes, and it was completely worth it.
So what did you guys do? Did you get to chill with Chris Brown? Did you at least give him a hug? Did you take a picture with him? What does the package come with? Because other artists will have a meet and greet and then just like a, hey, how are you? Take a picture and you're out. That's so cool. I find that cool. But you're right. When Beyonce had that Cowboy Carter, tour last year, a lot of people from around the world. In fact, I had an opportunity. I was privileged enough to be able to go to watch her in London. Was it last year? Yeah. Was it last year? When was the Cowboy Carter? Yeah, was it last year? Yeah, it must have been last year, 2025. Yeah, early last year. And I remember there were so many South Africans I saw. By the way, even in Germany, in Munich, when we went for Beyonce's Adele's concert, there were a lot of South Africans who were there. And I remember even in London for Beyonce's concert, there were many, many, many South Africans that you saw who had come to just have fun and enjoy themselves. So cool to see your fellow brothers and sisters also coming to have some fun.
Your voice,
your station,
your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
Good morning, Clement. This is Sibia. I can't believe you're a hip hop head and you still don't know of J. Cole. But anyway, to some most things, I do believe that Mkhwanazi is connected to the MK party, because in 2011 he was promoted twice by Mushulu's Jacob Zuma, and that was in violation of the SAPS procedures. So it all adds up, and even if you look at how the MK party members have abused this Sibia, trying to protect Mkhwana, saying that he's an enemy of Mkhwanazi. So I think, it all adds up.
Good morning to Sundown fans. The rest of you can go get your good morning from the match you didn't watch, Isola. As for Sibiya, I feel like the guy is grabbing at straws. Look at him questioning the credentials of Mkhwanazi. I mean, what has his promotion got to do with the allegations that he has made? Somebody made damning allegations, and you are fingering it. And your best comeback is that he was promoted rapidly. So I don't think Mkhwanazi's. I think he's grabbing at straws. The MK thing is also just grabbing at straws. Prince in Bedfordview.
9:30, time for the latest in Eyewitness News headlines. When we come back, more of your calls and WhatsApps on 072 702 1702. Sfiso, the state in the murder and rape case of this 4-year-old kid is set to cross-examine the woman who allegedly killed her.
That's right, Clement. In fact, Emily Hughes was convicted for the death and sexual assault of her ex-boyfriend's child in 2023. The 26-year-old will be taking the stand for the second day for sentence mitigation proceedings in the Johannesburg High Court. A lawyer for one of the accused in the murder case of e-hailing driver Isaac Satlat says his client intends to plead guilty to charges laid against him. This follows a brief appearance of 3 additional suspects in the matter yesterday at the Pretoria High Court, or Magistrates Court rather. Satlat's body was found in Attridgeville last week alongside his car, which had captured dashcam footage of his murder. And a South Korean court will rule today on insurrection charges against ex-President Yoon Suk-yeol, weighing whether he should be sentenced to death for his failed bid to impose military rule. Yoon abruptly declared martial law in a televised address in 2024, saying drastic measures were needed to root out anti-state forces in South Korea's National Assembly. Those are the headlines. This EWN and more at 10, or as it happens.
EWN Traffic.
Traveling in Tembisa, we've got delays on the R21 North. This is just as you approach the Olifantsfontein Road exit. Roadworks are taking place along this route, and that's the reason for this backlog. And there's also queuing traffic on Olifantsfontein Road along with Industry Road. So if you're traveling around Tembisa this morning, please be on the lookout and be patient as well. Otherwise, you can still use the N1 North. It's still free-flowing through Midrand towards the city of Tshwane. And then if you're traveling on the N1 South, we've got delays. This is towards New Road. Please be on the lookout there. An accident was reported earlier. There's also queuing traffic on the Mike 1 North coming out of Boyson's Road. Please approach with care. More updates coming up at the top of the hour. Stay tuned.
There's more EWN on air, online, and on the EWN app.
Africa Milani.
Weekday mornings,
4 to 6.
Why would only 4 of the 17 men have returned? Why not all 17?
They were not probably all of the 11 together being deployed into Ukraine. So it depends on a lot of logistical issues on the ground, to get people released. First of all, to identify them and to find them, and then to get them released officially back to Moscow, and then from Moscow via Dubai back to South Africa is a huge logistic nightmare.
Cobus Murray, independent defense analyst.
Africa Milani.
4 to 6 on 702.
Growing a business is a 24-hour job. In fact, 55% of small business owners say they can never switch off. Usually, it's personal moments like missed date nights and long overdue holidays that pay the price. Xero wants to help you claim one back with an emotional tax return. To enter, share a moment you missed while growing your business on Instagram stories and tag @Xero, spelled with an X. Competition ends on the 22nd of March. T's and C's apply.
So you thought you were building a business in this economy, but day by day, somehow it grew. You kept going when the freezer didn't freeze, the bucket didn't budge, and the bank balance barely blinked. So you thought you were building a business. You weren't. It was building you. Because this isn't just what you do anymore. It's who you are. And you don't trust just anybody to protect it. Chat to your broker about Old Mutual Insure Business Insurance. Protect what built you. Old Mutual Insure Limited is a licensed FSP and non-life insurer.
Brush, stroke, paint, color, protect, and admire. From roof paint to exterior textures and interior silk, Warrior Paints has it all. The product range and stylish colors are amazing. And what's more, Warrior Paints has crushed prices for incredible savings. Enjoy that good old-fashioned personal service you deserve. For price, quality, variety, and service, Warrior Paints is streets ahead. Warrior Paints. Affordable, lasting luxury.
When the Mahindra Fusion Fest 2026, powered by 702, brings you Z, Focalistic, Dali Wonga, Zoe Mudija, and more. Fashion, art, and music will take center stage. And so can you by playing the daily Mahindra Fusion Fest quiz on 702 for up to 10,000 Rand and 2 tickets to the fest. WhatsApp the keyword Mahindra to 072-702-1702 with your name and ID number. Every day this week from 1 p.m., 702 afternoons with Rebukile Mabucha could call you back. The Mahindra Fusion Fest 2026, powered by 702. T-Season more on PrimeMediaPlus.com.
Your voice,
Your station.
Your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
It's 25 minutes before 10 o'clock. This is the 702 open line, and we're taking your calls on 011-883-0702. The WhatsApp line is 072-702-1702. So what have we been talking about so far? Well, we've given Sundowns their flowers, okay? And then we've also been talking about Shadrack Sibiya and what you make of what's come out of the Madlanga Commission yesterday, what he's had to say. But I'm also asking you about some of the big concerts you have ever attended. What were your greatest moments? I mean, there are some other artists I still want to see. I still want to see Jasmine Sullivan. Oh, I would die. I want to see Jasmine Sullivan so bad. Yeah, that's one. That one is on my list. And there are many other artists that I really would like to have an opportunity to see. But locally as well, I try, if I've got the time, to go see Zoe Mudicha. I never miss her concerts. You know, I like seeing Zonke when she's in her hometown in Gqeberha. But we go to different concerts for different reasons. Some people will pay the price to have an experience with the artist, meet and greet. Some people just want good sound. Some people just want a good seat. Some people go because they're hoping they're going to be picked. What do you go there for? And if you've got kids and you take them there, normally how do you drop them off? Do you stay with them? And I'm asking this question because we've got some big concerts lined up this year. We've got Global Citizens Move Africa concert coming down. It's going to be headlined by Doja Cat. We've got, J. Cole's The Fall off tour at FNB Stadium. Brian Adams as well, on his Roll with the Punches tour. UB40 as well, if you're a big fan. So there's a lot happening. So which one are you looking forward to? 011-883-0702. WhatsApp's on 072-702-1702. Godfrey, let's start with your call. You are in Pretoria. You wanted to weigh in on the MK party and General Mkhwanazi. Good morning.
Good morning, Clement. Scott here in Pretoria.
Yeah,
Clement. I just want to comment on the story of General Shadrack Sibia.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now he come out and say General Mkhwanazi is being promoted twice a year. He's not being 2 years on the same rank as SAPS required. But now, my question is why now?
Yes.
Remember, year 2016, between 2016 and 2017, General Taylor was the national commissioner. They promoted members at the VIP section. The members from the college, which have been a year in a rank. So they promoted them to sergeants and so on. And remember, for the great progression, it takes a member 11 years to can progress from constable to a sergeant. But then those members at the VIP, they've been promoted from constables to sergeants, some from sergeants to warrant, not even being a 2 years on the ranks. Just from the college, after they finished their appeal training at the stations, they got posted at the VIPs. Then, boom, they got promotions. But then nobody has said anything about it. But then today, because it suits him, he come out and say General Kant has been promoted twice a year. Why
now?
Why now?
If really he was concerned about this, why didn't he raise it then and ask even for an investigation or consequences at some point? You're right, Godfrey. Thank you for your call in Pretoria.
Morning, Clement, to your crew there, and morning to everyone else who's listening. Yeah, Clement, I think you listen to how Ndate Sibia advances his reasons about MK's alleged plotting against his person. I think he's making up stories also about, Ndate Mkhwanazi's popularity on social media. You match his testimony against that of Ndate Mkhwanazi. Ndate Mkhwanazi was more direct, and he inferred to certain things. Facts, for that matter. While Ntate Sibiya's testimony is more marred by far-fetched hypothesis, and I think he's amazing than everything.
Good morning, Clement. Good morning, Clement. Mr. Sibiya, when accused MK, why can't talk? Because Malema said, even EFF, they said if what you call Mkhonansi, they support Mkhonansi, but they just talk about MK. What did MK done? Because if someone, people, they can say whatever they want to say about someone if they see something, but you can't accuse a party for what you're not to have evidence about. Social media, you can say whatever you want to say, but Malema have a press conference that talk about Mkhonansi, but he didn't say about that.
Morning, Clems. Clems, you see, Sibia reminds me of many politicians before who always, every time they are put in a corner, they will say this is a political witch hunt. So here, Sibiya's strategy is to politicize the whole thing, because he knows once he mentions the MK party, Mkhwanazi being influenced by the MK party, then he will have many sympathizers. People will see this as politics, especially those within the ANC. That's his strategy at the moment. Kenny speaking. Thanks, Clems.
Okay, so you are calling us from the East Rand. Good morning.
Yeah, morning, Clement. Yes, I think Sibiya's testimony for me just came across as a lot of waffling. He didn't base anything on facts, and it wasn't substantive, right? If you just oppose it to General Mkhwanazi's testimony, where he actually had facts and he had things to point to, WhatsApp messages, various things that had happened, raised and so on. So Sibiya, for me, I think as this thing ends, his career as a cop is over, because we cannot have a deputy national commissioner with who's received impalas from an elected member. That for me is like problematic.
And then he wants to claim that but the WhatsApps you guys are relying on, I don't know if they're verified. I mean, the people who've testified about those WhatsApps, none of them have denied their veracity. Why would only his WhatsApps be the ones that must be questionable?
Exactly, Clement. It's done for him, right? And then I just also wanted to comment about the thing of the concerts.
Yeah.
So I think concerts are really worth the money. I've been to see quite a few. I've been to the Janet Jackson one back when I was 12.
So at 12.
About a 15-year-old. I went when I was 12.
What?
Back in 97. And then I've seen Rod perform live. I've seen Rio perform live. I've seen Linkin Park. That was amazing. The Black Eyed Peas, and also John Legend, Talia. So I love concerts, and I think they're worth the money, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so at 12, what are you listening to Janet about? Yeah. Okay, so in the East Rand. Thank you. By the way, when Janet Jackson was supposed to come to the DSTV Delicious Festival, when was it? Was it 2 years ago? Janet Jackson was going to headline. I was so excited. And you know what I've always dreamed of? I've always wanted to go to a Janet Jackson concert and go on stage, and she picks me to dance with me on stage. So if you've watched some of her concerts, she used to bring a guy and puts the guy on a chair and then dances with the guy. For some reason, I've always wanted to be that guy. So when they announced that she's coming, I made sure that I am going to be at the front because I wanted to dance with Janet Jackson. That would have been so cool. It's 15 minutes before 10.
702 Afternoons
with Relebogile Mabota, 1 to 3 p.m.
There are so many things happening digitally. It can be quite difficult to differentiate between what's safe and what's not. What are the cons?
I think you have to start whenever you think about digital safety. If someone sells something to you or proposes an investment to you and it just sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So let's start there. And especially in the digital world, you see a lot of adverts at social media like TikTok and other places. You get a whole lot of ads, etc., that shows you these investments that looks like you can retire tomorrow. So the first thing is just when it looks too good to be true, it probably is.
Dinus Rautenbach, a business head at provide clarity.
702 Afternoons.
With Relebogile Maboja.
Let's walk the talk.
February is Rare Disease Month. Everyone deserves equal opportunities and access to healthcare. But for those of us with a rare disease, we are more likely to face misdiagnosis, treatment inequality, and isolation. This Rare Disease Day lights up in solidarity with over 300 million people living with a rare condition. Visit rarediseases.co.za.
Make 2026 the year of venturing further in the Tank 300 with its 5-star luxury cabin and powerful 2.4 turbo diesel engine. The Tank 300 is built for the scenic route and is available from only $7,399 per month. Visit gwm.co.za for T's and C's and to book a test drive. GWM. Go with more. Brought to you by GWM Finance, a division of Westbank, an authorized financial services and registered credit provider.
Are you looking for the best spectacle and sunglass deal? With Specsavers buy one get one offer, you get great value for money. Get a free pair of branded single vision prescription sunglasses up to 3,300 Rand when you purchase a comprehensive eye examination and spectacle frames with lenses on your first pair. The best part? Choose from top brands like Police, Hugo, Under Armour, Tommy Hilfiger, Red Bull Spect, and more. Affordable eye care? Specsavers. T's and C's apply.
Your voice.
Your station.
Your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela.
On 702.
13 minutes before 10 o'clock. Look, am I the only one who didn't know about J. Cole? And maybe Abel, we must find a song there we can play from J. Cole that I don't think I'm the only one that didn't know about this chap. Or maybe we actually know some of his music, but we didn't know it's him. Maybe we'll find a song we can play before we wrap up the 702 open line. On the WhatsApp line, though, a message here says, "Hi, Clement. I took my daughter to see Billie Eilish, and she was absolutely amazing. The sound was perfect. I was surrounded by young people, and most of the parents were seated. But I was like, hi, Bo, I'm jamming. Lynn, we had so much fun. Then at the Wimbledon final with Djokovic versus Alcaraz, I met Idris Elba. I shouted that I am South African, and he took my hand and walked with me while he was disguised in a baseball cap. South Africans are truly loved everywhere." This is Irene in the UK. Irene, thank you for the message. Another one says, "Hey, Clement, I hope we can have a concert with Usher. I will most definitely be there by fire, by force. Just make sure you go with your husband." Yeah, just make sure you do. Because Usher has, there were those clips that played that were famous of Usher approaching these women and feeding them strawberries. And then there was a clip of a woman who was married who was fed strawberries and cream by Usher, and the husband didn't take kindly to it. So I'm just saying, take your husband with you. Another one says, "Clement, top of the morning. The highest amount I spent on my favorite American rock band, Linkin Park, was 690 Rand. And that was back in 2012 when they were performing at FNB Stadium." More of your WhatsApps on 072 702 1702. In fact, before we go there, another message here says, "Clement, me and my young adult daughter are huge BTS fans. We have in the past year traveled to LA and Amsterdam to see members of this group. Big concerts touted that they would come to Cape Town as part of their world tour, but sadly not. As a result, we are flying to Seoul in South Korea for the reunion concert." That's amazing. After their military service in April. We saved for a long time. Prices in LA were 15,000 Rand, but all these tickets are scarce. Yeah. What I picked up also is that some people buy most of these tickets only to resell them at a higher price later on because they know closer to the time there's going to be quite a demand.
Good morning, Clement. I am a mother of teens, and yes, of course, all three of us, we going to J. Cole. And in terms of the prices, I don't have a problem paying the prices because, guys, let's be honest, sound is expensive. There's so many people that are involved in the arrangement of that concert that needs to be paid, So, I don't have a problem paying for the ticket. This is their life, this is their work. So, can we pay and go and have fun?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. When is J. Cole coming? In December? Oh, that's like, what? So tickets get bought now for December. Yo, hectic. Okay, I thought like it's happening in 2 months' time or 3 months' time. Maybe I'll go with my sister and yeah, I'll be the big brother taking her there and let's see how it goes. For some of you, like me, who don't know about J. Cole, here's a song that he has done with Beyonce. And when I listened to the song, I was like, oh, because I know the song from Beyonce's albums, I've heard that part, but I didn't know who the guy is. But I guess now I know.
You a bad girl and your friends bad too. Oh, you got the swag, so she drippin' swag goo. You a bad girl and your friends bad too. Oh, you got the swag, so she drippin' swag goo. Oh.
I may be young, but I'm ready to give you all my love. I told my girls you can get it. Don't slow it down, just let it go. So in love, I'll give it all away. Just don't tell nobody tomorrow. So tonight, I'll do it every way. Because I can tell the morning light. 'Cause we like to party. Your touch is driving me crazy. I can't explain the way I feel. Top down with the radio on, and the night belongs to us. Just hold me close, don't let me go. So in love, I don't care what they say. I don't care if they talking tomorrow. 'Cause tonight's the night that I give you everything. Music knocking till the morning light. 'Cause we like to
We
party.
out in Abu Dhabi. We like to party. We don't cause trouble. We just ride Bugatti. Bad chick shoddy, sorta resemble Sade. Imported her in from Raleigh and put up into the valet. The boy dropped the keys, trying to sneak a peek at that body. See this that time of the week, she like to freak a leak and get naughty. Therefore I like to thank God and Ice Cube for Friday. 'Cause la-di-da-di.
Okay, he's good. He's good. Well, Abel says there's another song that is really good from J. Cole.
You good, T-Minus? Niggas been counting me out. I'm counting my bullets, I'm loading my clips. I'm writing down names, I'm making a list. I'm checking it twice and I'm getting them hit. The real ones been dying, the fake ones is lit. The game is off balance, I'm back on my The Bentley is dirty, my sneakers is dirty, but that's how I like it. You all on my dick, I'm all in my bag, as hard as it get. I do not store powder, I might take a sip. I might hit the blunt, but I'm liable to trip. I ain't popping no pill, but you do as you wish. I roll with some fiends, I love them to death. I got a few mil, but not all of them rich. What good is the bread if my is broke? What good is first class if my can't sit? That's my next mission, that's why I can't quit. Just like LeBron, get my more chips. Just put the rollie right back on my wrist. This watch came from Drizzy, he gave me a gift. Back when the rap game was praying like this. To act like two legends cannot coexist. But I never beef with it for nothing. If I smoke a rapper, it's gonna be legit. It won't be for clout, it won't be for fame. It won't be cause my shit ain't selling the same. It won't be to sell you my latest little sneakers. It won't be cause some slid in my lane. Everything grows, it's destined to change. I love you little niggas, I'm glad that you came. I hope that you scrape every dollar you can. I hope you know money won't erase the pain. To the OGs, I'm thanking you now. Was watching you when you was paving the ground. I copied your cadence, I mirrored your style. I studied the greats, I'm the greatest right now. If you feel me, you ain't got a choice. I ain't do no promo, still made all that noise. This shit gon' be different, I set my intentions. I promise to slap all that hate out your voice. Niggas been counting me out, I'm counting my bullets, I'm loading my clips, I'm writing down names, I'm making a list, I'm checking it twice and I'm getting them hit. The real ones been dying, the fake ones is lit, the game is off balance, I'm back on my shit. The Bentley is dirty, my sneakers is dirty, but that's how I like it, you all on my dick. I just poured something in my cup.
Oh my God.
I've been wanting something I can feel. Promise I am never letting up.
Okay, we get it, Ava. We get it. Okay, I mean, sure. I've never heard this song before, and everybody in the studio is dancing along to the song, so clearly it's quite popular. I don't know where this song gets played because I've never heard it before. But hey, maybe I live under a rock.
No, Clement, you must go listen to his entire albums. From Forest Hill Drive to For Your Eyes Only. This guy has a story to tell. You have not listened to J. Cole. Yes, I know you're a reader, but you've not listened to J. Cole. And then you will listen to J. Cole.
Okay, I promise, guys. In fact, right now, as I'm talking to you, so which album should I get? The Fall Off. Which one? Forest Hill Drive. Okay, cool. I'm getting it right now as we speak on my Apple Music. I'm gonna listen to it after the show when I'm driving home. Yeah. So, and I'll give you guys feedback. I promise. Yeah. Let's see if I'll get the story.
No, Clement, don't let able. Like yes, it's almost 7:02. Hip hop, but it's a Thursday. Yeah, J. Cole is a great artist, Clement. Listen to his music so that you know his music. You have until December to familiarize yourself with his music. Okay.
Hi, Clement. It's Garabo. I'll be going to Akon and Neo's concert in Ireland because I'm in Ireland. And I paid about 2,000 for the tickets. I'm going with my friend, Violet Makubele. She's also in Ireland. So our tickets were like 4,000 for both of us. And we still have to book a hotel because we stay 3 hours away from the concert. So yeah, I'm going to be spending at least 6,000 or 7,000 just to go see Neo and Akon in Ireland in April.
Akon is still alive?
Year in, year out, we're fixing tires faster than a Formula One pit crew. My team is on top of things like tire whisperers. If an unforeseen accident were to happen in my workshop, at least I've got My Way business insurance to keep the wheels turning.
Visit myway.co.za or dial 0860 64 64 64 and get a quote today. My Way is a licensed non-life insurer and FSP. T's, C's and standard rates apply. My Way. Live your way.
Get your brain in the game because the Brain of 702 is back with your chance to flex your general knowledge smarts. There's 30,000 Rand up for grabs every day, and Brain of the Week wins 10,000 Rand plus a spot in the finals to compete for the grand prize of 30,000 Rand cash. Enter on primemediaplus.com now, then catch 702 Breakfast with Bongani Bingwa and 702 Drive with John Pellman for your chance to be the brain of 702. T's and C's and more on primemediaplus.com.
Hey, Balis, where you been?
Gemstar, just got back from New York and London.
Nice. Must have been rough working from hotel rooms.
No, friend. I was at WeWork the whole time. Everything I needed.
Still blows my mind how big this place is.
I know, right? WeWork Rosebank is like 6 floors.
Private offices, hot desks. I love that you can choose.
Wi-Fi that never lets you down.
My team doesn't want to go home anymore.
WeWork, 24/7 co-working spaces. Book your free WeWork tour at Rosebank, Sandton or Cape Town. WeWork.co.za. Made for work, built for business.
It's 10 o'clock.
This is EWN.
Good morning, I am Sfiso Zulu. The state in the murder and rape case of 4-year-old Nada Jane Chalita is set to cross-examine the woman who killed her. Amber Lee Hughes was convicted for the death and sexual assault of her ex-boyfriend's child in 2023. The 26-year-old will be taking the stand for the second day for sentence mitigation in the Johannesburg High Court. Ntokozo Khumalo is there.
Today marks the fourth consecutive day of the sentencing procedures at the High Court. The court yesterday heard of detailed accounts of the events that transpired before the murder of the little girl Nada Jane Chalita. Hughes told the court that she was pushed to this extreme point due to Eli Chalita's alleged abuse and infidelity. She went on to detail that she believed that if she left the relationship, there would be nothing left for the child.
And at that moment, I thought that the only possible way out of everything was to take Nada's life and my own life. I felt like Nada wouldn't have a future without me. She would be neglected and she wouldn't progress without me.
It is understood that the father of the slain child, Eli Chalita, will be taking the stand later on in the proceedings. Ntokozo Khumalo, Eyewitness News, Johannesburg.
A lawyer for one of the accused in the murder case of e-hailing driver Isaac Sutlat says his client intends to plead guilty to charges laid against him. This follows a brief appearance of 3 additional suspects in the matter yesterday in the Pretoria Magistrates Court. Sutlat's body was found in Attridgeville last week alongside his car, which had captured dashcam footage of his murder. Accused number 4 in the case, who plans to plead guilty, will join 5 other suspects in the dock next week. They are all facing charges including premeditated murder, kidnapping and robbery with aggravating circumstances. Dimakatso Leshoro was in court.
Timisha Mabutla, his girlfriend Offentis Sinwamadi, as well as Tabang Motwa are believed to have participated in Settler's robbery and murder. Mabutla is facing charges of premeditated murder and robbery with aggravating circumstances, while accused number 5, Sinwamadi, has been charged with premeditated murder and robbery with aggravating circumstances as an accessory after the fact, while Mota faces a charge of robbery with aggravating circumstances as an accessory after the fact. Lawyer representing accused number 4 and 5, Tabiso Mphahlele, confirmed that accused number 4 will not be applying for bail and intends to plead guilty to the charges against him.
We are going to plead. We will not intend to waste anyone's time, including the state's time.
The matter has been postponed to next week to allow accused number 6 time to secure legal representation. Dimakatso Leshoro, Eyewitness News.
The EFF wants the Special Investigating Unit to investigate the Health Department's tenders for antiretroviral drugs. The party says it does not trust the process followed last year after 2 of the 7 pharmaceutical companies awarded with contracts applied for business rescue in December, the same month in which they were expected to start supplying the drugs. Health Minister Arun Motsoaledi has welcomed the call by EFF MP Naledi Chirwa, saying while he does not get involved in procurement processes, he would like to prove he's not involved in any corrupt dealings. Lindsay Dentlinga reports.
Minister Arun Motsoaledi says it's unfortunate the digital vibe scandal involving former Minister Zweli Mkhize has sullied the Health Department's tender processes. He has assured Parliament's Portfolio Committee that he's not been involved in any of the department's procurement.
I can confirm that there are no brown envelopes. As far as I'm concerned, I can tell you with no equivocation that if that happens, it won't be pointing to me.
But the EFF's Naledi Chirwa says officials must be held accountable for not exercising due diligence over the ARV tender process by selecting companies which were on the brink of bankruptcy.
There has to be much more the department is answering to the committee in relation to how this process unfolded. It can't just be that this is it.
The department's Chief Procurement Director, Khadija Jamaluddin, says the department has not been found wanting by the Auditor General in the procurement of any of its pharmaceuticals. Lindsay Dentlinger, Eyewitness News. Parliament.
And a South Korean court will rule today on insurrection charges against ex-President Yoon Suk-yeol, weighing whether he should be sentenced to death for his failed bid to impose military rule. Yoon abruptly declared martial law in a televised address in 2024, saying drastic measures were needed to root out anti-state forces in South Korea's National Assembly. The 65-year-old hardline conservative was later impeached, arrested and charged with a litany of charges ranging from insurrection to obstruction of justice. Gold is trading at $4,979.40 an ounce. The rand is at 16.08 to the dollar, 21.68 to the pound, 18.95 to the euro. Brent crude oil is at $70.60 a barrel.
And in the traffic, we've got delays on the R24 West. This is between Edenville Road and the Girulis interchange, and that's due to a major accident seen between these 2 points. Please be on the lookout there. There's also queuing traffic reported along the Mark 1 North coming out of the Boysons Road exit, and that's due to roadworks.
A partly cloudy day in store for Gauteng. The temperatures will peak at highs between 29 and 30 degrees. The top story in EWN this hour: the state in the murder and rape case of 4-year-old Nada Jane Chalita is set to cross-examine the woman who killed her.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, visit ewn.co.za or download the EWN app.
You're with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
Let's walk the talk. Streaming on the Prime Media Plus app.
DSTV channel 856.
92.7 and 106 FM.
Seven minutes after 10 o'clock. Dumelang, welcome to the second hour of the Clement Manyathela Show. Thank you for staying with us here on 702. And thank you for your contributions on the 702 open line. I think I realize now how popular J. Cole is. And I promise I've got his album now. And I'm going to be listening to his music the whole day today. I want to get that story, and I'll give you guys feedback maybe tomorrow about if I'm feeling him or not. But thank you for the plug. Remember, at 11 o'clock, we're going to do our Thursday dialogue, and today we're going to take you back to the Madlanga Commission to continue hearing the testimony of Shadrack Sibia, the suspended Deputy National Commissioner. But right now, we start with our Hanging Out feature.
Hanging Out with Clement
on 702.
Let's walk the talk.
And on our Hanging Out feature this morning, we are hanging out with the legendary TV presenter and businesswoman Zandi Nhlapo, who is joining us in studio. How are you? Good morning.
I am fine. Thank you so much for the invitation, and hello to all your listeners. Very nerve-wracking, I must say. I was like, Clement is a serious guy.
I can be cool. During this hour, I get to be cool.
Okay. My daughter, my little one, she said, because I listen to 702 in the morning when I take her to school. She's like, you going to 702? Oh, Mom, that's such a serious thing.
No, we get to be cool during this hour on a Thursday. The first question I have for you, which I've always wanted to ask you, should I meet you anywhere, is Ukuka nini? Like, when do you begin to age?
I need an appointment.
No, that's unfair.
Soon.
I mean, you look amazing. You've always been consistent with your look, and I'm always like, there's no way that she's not gonna age. So at some point, you're gonna have to.
Thank you.
It's taking care of yourself. I guess.
It is. Absolutely, it's taking care of yourself.
That's amazing.
Lot of that. Yeah, and not taking stress too seriously.
Right? Mm-hmm. And understand life is life, guys. It's got ups and downs.
When it's life now.
Now you must life. Let's go back to how it all started for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was reading up on your background, and I'm like, some people who saw you as a continuity presenter may make the mistake of thinking, oh, that was it for you. That was like the big, I mean, sure, maybe it was the big break, but that was not the first time you were actually on television or you were doing stuff. I mean, dance group when you were young. Can you take us back to when you were young and how you fell in love with, whether it's the media or whether it's TV presenting or it's dancing? What was the inspiration for you?
I think first and foremost, let's start with the fact that when I was young, we didn't have access to TV, so we would actually watch it next door. So there was not that much exposure to it until at a later stage, you know. But I started with dance groups because we'd go and talk. But funny enough, I've got 2 left feet. I can't dance, but because I loved it so much, it's like when you can't sing and you believe you can sing, you know.
Yeah.
And we'd tour literally and do dance competitions. And
they kept you in the group even with your 2 left feet.
A move.
Oh, a move.
Right at the
you were
back.
hyping the ones in the front.
I was always going the left way if everyone is going right. And then I got exposed to being on stage like that, you know, and I got exposed to beauty pageants, and then I started entering them.
How many did you win?
2 only. I only
Which ones were?
2.
Miss Sundance?
I was Miss Cosmos. Believe it or not. Yes, Jomo Cosmos.
Yes. Oh, my God. I mean, and Jomo Cosmos at the time was like quite huge.
Yes. I can't remember the second one.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, and then just being exposed to being on stage, I fell in love with then being in the public eye, right? So I would sit with my aunt and we'd dream about the things that we want to do. And I'd always say to her, I'm going to be famous. I didn't even know what that meant, to be quite honest with you. I'm going to be famous. I'm going to be a big name. I'm going to be a huge model. And you know what they say, the power of the tongue.
Yeah, the
and
universe
it happened when I
listens.
least expected it, or when I was not even looking. Because when I got in, how I got into TV is because I was accompanying a friend of mine who was going to auditions at the SABC. I can't remember what they were auditioning for, but I was waiting at the reception, and this white lady comes to me and says, I can't remember what her name is, but it was so long ago. Would you like to audition for a game show? I'm like, a game show? What's a game show? And then she explained it to me. I said, oh, okay, fine. I went and I auditioned and I got
How old
my
were you
first
at the
gig.
time?
I think I was about 17.
Yeah.
I got my first gig, which was Trio on CCTV then. And it was a game show, a weekly game show. So that was my introduction to
Please tell me your friend also got her job, because that would be awkward that you took her there, but you ended up walking away with the job.
I can't even remember if she got the job, but it just felt so weird. Also, like, okay, I didn't even know what cameras look like to begin with, you know. So this was the first time I'm in front of the camera. And then I moved on after that, auditioned for a music show, a daily music show on SABC 2, which then was sort of a travel show because we did links in different parts of the country to music videos. I was working with Ben Dikobe then. And I then did a show called Men to Men, which was a magazine show, what is now a lifestyle show, where there were 5 presenters. We were talking about every and anything under the sun, from engineering right through to beauty and anything in between. So we'd unpack all of those topics before SABC.
So when then do you get the SABC One gig, the continuity presenter gig?
Yeah, kapana ke mina. So yes. But this one was one of my best friends. So she worked at Action Stations then, which was the advertising wing of SABC, right? And they had an event. So she says, come with me. I'm going to this event as my partner. I go with her. Then I meet my then boss, Keith Pfeiffer. She introduces me to Keith and says, oh, you don't know her? She's on Midday Breeze, blah, 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 blah. And then we get introduced. And Keith says, I like her. Can she come and audition we are looking for new presenters on continuity presenting, because back then it was more Connie Ferguson, Vui Gama, Roderick Jafta, that crop. And I went and auditioned, but the auditions were so rigorous. It was, I think, about 500 people or more that were. Hectic. It was a very much coveted position that we all wanted as a youth.
Would you consider that as like the big break?
Yeah, that was the big break.
How did it change your life?
Well, it was at the cusp of our democracy right at the beginning, right? And it was a euphoric time for the country. The country was changing. We had just gotten our freedom. So, and the repositioning of SABC 1 was the one thing, or of SABC rather, was the one thing that catapulted a whole lot of people's careers within the media space, especially the youth. So when I got into it, and it was by luck, but it changed everything for me. I just never imagined how big it was. But I always knew that I wanted to, because we would watch them, right? It was SABC 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
That's it.
I had actually forgotten that Connie Ferguson had also started there.
Yeah.
I found out from Mfundi Mvundla, because I had an opportunity there 2 weeks ago to play golf with him, and he said to me, "You know how I got Connie? She was a continuity presenter, and I went and I said I want that lady to come and work on Generations," and that's how Karabo Moroka really became Karabo Moroka on Generations. Okay, so we still have a lot to talk about. Can I tell you something? When I saw the songs you submitted, I was like, "That's my girl," because I saw Jasmine Sullivan.
Yes.
Are you a big fan?
I'm a big fan.
I'm a big fan.
I'm a big fan. And there's that song, I think I fell in love with it yet again when I saw a video of her performing it at an award ceremony. And the camera panned to the audience and it found this young girl that was listening to it so intently with tears in her eyes. You could literally see that the song was speaking to her.
I love that.
And I was like, But if you listen to the lyrics, I mean,
I get why
it's a tearjerker.
It is.
It sends you inward.
It's one of my favorite songs.
So I love that.
I'm glad it's also one of your favorite songs. Here's Jasmine Sullivan with Masterpiece.
Exposed, but I can't hide no more. I can't hide. As the sun shines on all of my glory, my flaws don't look so bad at all. What was I so afraid of? Every part of me is a vision of a portrait of Mona Lisa. Every part of me is beautiful, and I finally see I'm a work of art, a masterpiece. Who is this I tried so long to find, filling my head with lies that I'm not good enough? Then I heard something in my ear tell me I'm perfect. Now that I know the truth, time to show and prove. Every part of me is a vision of a portrait of Mona Lisa. Every part of me is beautiful, and I finally see I'm a work of art, a masterpiece. And now I see the pretty Every part of me is a villain of a portrait of Mona Lisa.
Ah, Jasmine.
Every part of me is beautiful, and I finally see I'm a work of art.
I'm a masterpiece. We can do a duet together.
I mean, I can sing.
I can. I'll teach you. Don't worry.
I don't think you can teach me.
Clement, you're hanging out with my all-time favorite, like forever, let me say my forever favorite lady, Zandi Nhlapo. Listen, I just can't find the picture. There's a picture in with me and her and I think was Khalim Khoti, your Glenn Lewis, Fat Joe. There was a foam party in Fourways many years ago. She was wearing a hot pan and I was rocking a hot pan. Like, I just can't find that picture. I don't know what happened, but I would have sent you that picture.
Please find that picture and send it to me. Oh, I'm a foam party. Remember those?
Yes, there were foam parties. That was when fun was being had.
Yeah.
And I don't believe that there'll ever be a time that is nicer, if and a lack of a better word, nicer than the 90s.
Yeah. Wearing
hot
hot pen.
Yeah.
Hot pen in today's language. Bikini.
It is
bikini,
hot
ne?
pen, ne?
Yeah, hot pen is a bikini.
Is that what you call bum shots?
Yeah, I'm a bum shot.
Hey, Clement is from here. Hey, my man, what can't do unjani na? Hey, my guy. Hey, Zandi Nhlapo. Yo. Jesus. Seriously, when I Clement, Zandi Nhlapo. You know, I was used to sit, you know, those black and white TV, sit and watch TV because of Zandi Nhlapo. My goodness, yo! I don't want to say more because I will reveal a lot of things. But yes, that woman, Jesus. Yo, Clement, where is she hiding?
Wow.
My goodness. Hey, abavundula, man. Jesus.
Inuvundula.
Urinsa
somewhere.
Yeah.
But you've been around.
I've been around.
What I found interesting, when we talk about longevity, you've been around and you've come back, you've done a TV show, you've come back into acting as well. But what I found interesting was these little breaks that you take. And I don't know if that's intentional or if there's work that comes and you just take it. But I find that you'll come and do like this show and then you disappear for a bit and then you come back and you are an actor and then you disappear and then you come back with something else. Are you intentional about taking a bit of a break from the industry or you take it as it comes?
I am intentional about taking a break because I find even when I was a big name on SABC1, I find that the industry can easily consume you. You know, it can eat you alive. So it's always good to dabble in and out of it. And that accessibility, futhi now it's even worse, you know, that accessibility of having, because it consumes you, end up feeling like a consumable now, you know, and lose the essence of who you are. Well, with me, you know. So it was always a choice that I would get out of it and come back in again. But also, time also, you know, you can't serve two masters at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So if my business needs, one will suffer. If my business is quieter, then I take the gigs. But it needs time because I'm at the helm, I'm driving everything, and having to read scripts as well. You know, it needs time and it's just overwhelming.
Yeah. Babalo, you're calling us from Johannesburg. Good morning.
Good morning, Clement.
Hey, Tara.
How are you, boss?
I'm not, brother. Go ahead.
Simunye.
Oh, we are one. The one with more than enough
I was
share.
always a radio person.
Yeah.
When I joined TV, I was like, damn, this lady is fine.
Yeah.
Yo, Zandi. And then years later, we were like, Zandi Nhlapo is 21. And we were like, how many 21s are you having?
Oh, exactly, Babalo. Namanje, she could claim it.
Party, she's 21. And then 16 years later, she's still 21. Come on, comrade.
Yeah.
Zandi?
Babalo, how are you?
No, ma'am. Good life to you. We're happy that you're still alive and well, and you're looking great. I'm watching you guys on YouTube.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Babalo. And I'm 50 now.
What?
Yeah.
You're 30 now?
50.
Get out of here.
Oh,
Yeah.
50.
I've just turned
So it's
50 in
21 plus
December.
29.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I'm
50, Babalo, so have peace with the fact that I'm not 21 anymore.
No, you must tell us how you do it. No, you have to tell us how you do it before we end this interview, because no ways. I do want to ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, you're a beautiful woman. There are people who find you beautiful, who watch, who compliment you all the time. How do you deal with that? Because sometimes people can tend to make that your story. You know, like, oh, it's that beautiful woman. I mean, you are such a talented TV presenter. But people can run the risk of just talking about your beauty so much that maybe it can be uncomfortable sometimes. And I wonder if it's ever gotten to that point where it's like, you don't have to always talk about my beauty like that. Like, let's talk about other things.
It does get awkward.
Yeah?
And there's a song that I related so much with Yaga Beyonce called Beauty Hurts.
Ah, yes, Beauty Hurts.
Pretty Hurts? Yes,
Pretty Hurts, yeah.
Pretty Hurts.
Pretty
Yeah. Yeah, that was. I relate with the lyrics so much because, I mean, it does get in the way.
Yeah.
To be quite honest with you, when you're pretty, you have to work 10 times harder.
Yeah.
You know,
because abanye they think uthola umsebenzi
yes,
ngoba.
yes. So you will get into a boardroom, you're trying to present. Either the men are just all over gaga over you, or the women don't like you. You know, so you have to prove yourself over and over and over again that no, I can do this. No, I am capable. No, I'm beyond the face. There is so much more to me than the actual pretty face that you see. So yeah, it does get a little weird.
Yeah,
you know,
I can only imagine.
And becomes a misfortune at times.
At times, yeah. I can only imagine. Let's go with these WhatsApps, and then we're going to get to the latest in Eyewitness News headlines.
Yo, Clement Manyathela, you are sitting with my favorite person, Zandi Nhlapo. You know, Zandi, that beautiful smile of hers. You know, I used to go with Bob on the 180 with Bob. We used to do the Sunday Soul sessions. But I'm telling you, this woman has got the most beautiful smile ever. She is so humble. You know what? I will always see her with. She will always remind me of Bob. She will always remind me of Bob. She is such a beautiful person. Her soul is beautiful inside and outside. Hey, Zandi Nhlapo. I love you to birds. Well, I do follow the menopause story. You know that story.
I want you to tell us that story, man.
Yeah, I definitely will.
Yeah, that's what's fascinating about you. Like how the kind of conversations that you've opened up for women out there. It's so incredible.
Yeah, we don't talk about a whole lot of things, you know, and we just hush it down to almost a non-existent reality. And ultimately, it is a reality. I'm 50. I'm premenopausal. I'm burning up all over the show. I've even called my community the Flaming Oracles.
The Flaming Oracle. Yes. That is funny. Okay, we'll talk more about that after the latest in Eyewitness News headlines. I'll also take more of your calls and WhatsApps after this. 10:30 is Fisa Zulu. It's all about Shadrack Sibiya at the Madlanga Commission.
That's right, Clement. Good morning. The suspended Deputy National Police Commissioner claims he was framed regarding allegations that seek to link him to alleged criminal kingpins. Testifying at the commission this morning in Pretoria, Sibia made specific reference to the testimony of embattled crime intelligence boss Dumisani Khumalo. Khumalo previously presented evidence of CCTV footage showing a police sergeant, Fani Nkosi, driving a state vehicle, a white BMW, and collecting a gift bag from the home of Katiso Katie Mulife in Sandhurst in 2024. Patients at Steve Biko Academic Hospital are experiencing delays in scheduled procedures as the facility grapples with serious infrastructure challenges. Selective surgeries have been placed on hold with only emergency operations currently being performed. The disruption follows the failure of the hospital's aging heating, ventilation and air condition system. And Sam Altman, head of ChatGPT, maker of OpenAI, has told the Global Artificial Intelligence Conference that the world urgently needs to regulate the fast-evolving technology. He says an organization could be set up to coordinate these efforts, similar to the International Atomic Energy Agency. Altman is one of a host of top tech CEOs in India for the AI Impact Summit. Those are the headlines. This EWN and more at 11 or as it happens.
EWN Traffic.
Well, traveling in Edenville, we've got heavy traffic volumes. This is on the R24 West between Edenville Road and the Glulies interchange. There's also queuing traffic on the N12 West between Edenville Road and the Glulies turn-off. Please be on the lookout there while heading towards the Joburg CBD. Please be on the lookout for roadworks that are taking place right after Boyson's Road. About a 10-minute hold up there. There's also queuing traffic on the M2 West between Elof Street and the Crown turn-off. I'm seeing more roadworks happening along the Crown interchange this morning, just as you approach the Main Reef Road exit, so please be on the lookout there as well. And then traveling in Protea Glen, we do have faulty traffic lights at the intersection of the R558 and the N12 West, causing some issues there. Please be on the lookout and be patient. More updates at the top of the hour. Stay tuned.
There's more EWN on air, online, and on the EWN app. The Midday Report.
Weekdays,
12 to 1.
The National Commissioner did not really have serious or any objection. He just was agreed that, look, this is a task team. It was not meant to be a permanent structure. It can be done.
Shadrack saying that he didn't know that the minister would disband the PKTT in December 2024. He wasn't surprised by it.
My goodness, that's Sibia in that Madlanga commission. The guy is doing a horrible job at trying to discredit Mkhwanazi.
The Midday Report
with Mandy Wiener.
12 to 1 on 702.
702.
This is a message from Johannesburg Water. Johannesburg Water assures residents that the city is not facing day zero. Current water challenges in parts of Joburg are infrastructure related, not a system collapse. To strengthen supply, the city is implementing major upgrades, including the Erand Tower, the Couswold Reservoir in Midrand, the new Brixton Reservoir and Tower supplying Melville, Emarentia, Westdean and Coronationville, and the Jabulani Reservoir in Soweto. The city thanks residents who have embraced water-saving efforts.
Outsurance Life Insurance knows that your family trusts you to care, protect, and provide for them, even if you're no longer around.
More than anything, I need my child to be educated.
That's why 30-year-old Ntogozo pays only 233 Rand a month for over 1.5 million Rand life cover.
My little one will be secure. I trust Outsurance with my life.
Get Outsurance Life Insurance cover without doing any medicals. SMS Insure to 47159. That's Insure to 47159. Licensed Insurer and FSP. TCs and information online.
Hanging out with Clement
on 702.
Let's walk the talk.
Me? Yes, I like what you do like this. And that was it. Yes. It was. Oh, man. We're hanging out with Zandi Nhlapo, the legendary TV presenter and businesswoman, actor. And what have you not done, Zandi?
Sing.
Yeah, sing.
And dance.
Oh, no, you did dance with
Oh,
the
yeah,
whiz.
well, I was bad at
kids
it,
when
but
you
I
were
did
young.
it anyway.
Yeah, at least you gave it a shot. It's 25 minutes before 11 o'clock. So, our next song,
Mhm.
you were telling me of air, and I'm so jealous because I've always wanted to see him live, and I've got a friend who's also a really big fan of him. You had an opportunity to see Sam Smith live.
Yes.
Where did you see him?
It was my firstborn daughter's birthday.
Yeah.
So we went to Australia to watch him, and she was not a fan of. She did not even know Sam
Ubani
Smith.
Sam Smith.
Yeah, she knew her. She knew him, but she didn't care.
Yeah.
You know. But because I loved Sam Smith, and it was that year when he just released his first album, and this was his first tour. He was doing 100 shows around the world. And the 100th show was cancelled. So where we were was his 99th show, which then meant that was his last show. So he had to give it his all.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And we were sitting second row, mind you.
Ooh, okay, ma'am. Did you touch his skin?
I was in awe.
But he was there next to you.
He was, this was when before he was dragging.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
in
so
a
he was-
suit. He was,
yeah.
I
remember
he came
that.
from under the stage. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
So this song, Pray, why is it your favorite?
Because we all do.
Mm.
One way or another, we all do. And it's one of those songs that, I don't know, it just touched my soul somehow. And for me, it's about the lyrics and the melody, right? But what the song means ultimately and how it makes, what emotion it evokes out of me.
Yeah.
And this one is in the top, I don't know, 100 list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of your most favorite songs.
I'm young and I'm foolish. I made bad decisions. I block out the news, turn my back on religion. Don't have no degree, I'm somewhat naive. I made it this far on my own. But lately that shit ain't been getting me higher. I lift up my head and the world is on fire. There's dread in my heart and fear in my bones. I just don't know what to say. Maybe I'll pray. Maybe I'll pray. I have never believed in you, no, but I'm gonna pray. Find me in church, reading the Bible. I am still here and I'm still your disciple. I'm down on my knees, I'm begging you please. I'm broken, alone and afraid. I'm not a saint, I'm more of a sinner. I don't wanna lose, but I fear for the winners. When I try to explain the words right away, here today, and I'm gonna pray. Maybe I'll pray for a glimmer of hope. Maybe I'll pray. Believe
Maybe I'll pray. Never believed in you, no, but I'm gonna pray. Yeah.
Ne?
We all pray at the end.
That's it.
We all pray in the end, regardless of what that hour is.
Yeah.
We pray. But make it a regular thing
Yeah.
so that it's not new.
For me, it's about connecting to something higher than you.
Mhm.
Like whether you believe in the universe, you believe in the tree, you believe, because I think sometimes as humanity we tend to think we are the ish.
Yeah.
Like we are the ultimate creation. So
Yeah.
we think plants are also alive. We forget about other things that are living organisms. And I think there's a higher power.
There is a higher
Whether
power.
it's your universe, it's your tree, it's your God, it's
Absolutely.
your whatever it is.
And I think my biggest reminder of a higher power is when I look at the sea. Who could have ever created that?
Exactly.
That could never be man-made.
Mm.
So if you don't believe in a higher power,
Yeah. I'm Yongena SC.
Hi, 702. What a throwback Thursday, right? I remember for about 5 years, around 2017, I used to work in Bloemfontein and Maponesa as we approached this bridge, not the Mandela Bridge. Ntombazane, re hopotsa Zandi Nhlapo. Then I knew hi. Ke hot. I enjoy her Instagram post. It's good to see her still pushing natural beauty.
Wow, thank you.
Hot baby girl.
Before Zozi, there was Zandi. I will always just remember how I would just gear up on a Sunday evening just to watch Sibiya. And she was just like a representative of, okay, I'm okay with who I am, because that was the tomboy. I hope she relates to this, that I could relate to, and I would be fine in my tomboy state. But I admire Zandi so much. I support her achievements. I can relate. I hear her. And thanks for that.
Lovely. Thank you so much for your WhatsApp
It's
voice
so
notes.
humbling. My
Yeah?
goodness, the messages are so humbling. Thank you.
So,
I really appreciate the
Tell
love.
me about these curated conversations you often have. Earlier, before the headlines, we spoke about menopause and how you're trying to open up the conversations. Because these are like uncomfortable, quote unquote, chats. Like, for some reason, society has made it like that, but you're trying to break that mold and say, no, we must talk about these because these are our experiences.
And they're not going away, Clement. At the end of the day, it's a life cycle that we have to go through as women, much like menstruals. Menopause is going to happen. These are uncomfortable conversations, and I don't know why they're taboo to talk about when it is actually a part of life.
Yeah.
I am currently perimenopausal. I got into perimenopause without even knowing anything about perimenopause or
What did you
menopause for that matter.
experience?
Well,
Flushes?
a whole lot of it. I've been burning up since I was 40.
So you get shisa everywhere you are.
Ushisa mostly la from
Face it.
namanje ngeshisa.
So you need to be around air conditioned place.
Yeah, most of the time, but it comes and it goes, so it comes in bouts, but when it comes, it just goes like it's like a fire that's being lit, and then for a little bit, maybe
Disappears a bit.
5-10 minutes, and then it dies down. So it happens everywhere and anyway. You can't time it. You don't know when it's coming. You don't know if you're going to have it while you are in the middle of a serious presentation, which has happened before. Where you just like literally have to stop and fan yourself down, because at the end of the day, this is what your body is doing to you. Your hormones are depleting. At the end of the day, I didn't even know that I had testosterone, like we all do as human beings, including women, but we don't know. So these are conversations that I want to demystify, and I'm getting into the wellness space now.
Yeah.
And simply because of the fact that I am going through what I am going through. Had I known this, I would have gotten into the space much, much earlier, and I would have researched about perimenopause much, much earlier, so that when you know better, you do better. You can prepare yourself. So I'm trying to put the conversation out there and it's funny how most women my age, if not all women my age, are going through perimenopause, because we have, I think, about 110 symptoms that we don't even know. It's not just the hot flashes, it's the anxiety, it's the brain fog, it's the forgetfulness, the mood swings, the night sweats. So it's a lot. But men go through andropause as well.
In Leo manje. Is it like also menopause
Yeah,
stuff?
fat. Yeah.
I have brain fog now, so maybe
Yeah,
that's a symptom of
yes.
what did you say?
Andropause.
Andropause.
So andropause as well is your hormone depleting, right? But with the male gender, it takes longer. It starts around 35, right through up until, I don't know, maybe 60. It depends when it ends, where you have brain fog, you have low libido, you have forgetfulness, you gain weight, much like us. It's just that with you guys, it's gradual.
Yeah.
With women, it's instantaneous.
Yeah, we must actually have a conversation about that on our health and wellness feature. I think that would be very informative.
Yeah,
I didn't know even about that term.
Yeah, it exists. You go through it as well. You may find that maybe your husband or your boyfriend is snappy as well and impatient.
And
you are thinking, you don't know why. Even us as women, you just don't know what's going on. Well, why is she so mean? Why is her threshold for tolerance so low?
So low. We must understand each other better.
Yeah.
There's a question that came earlier on Twitter. Someone said, "Hey, Clement, I know Zandi has shared her story about motherhood beginning at a tender age. Can you please..." Oh, there, you're fanning yourself now.
Yep.
Has the fire come? Is it here? So someone says, please can you ask her how she's navigated being a mother at that age, and what advice she has for other people who are raising children who may navigate that space?
Well, being a mom at a young age, I think for me was a lifesaver, to be quite honest with you, because coming from the industry that I come from, I don't know where I would have ended up. I probably would have ended up in doing drugs as well, much like most of our peers did. But because of the fact that I had a child at an early age and I had to bear responsibility for the child. I was 18.
18, yeah.
I had to bear responsibility for the child, which means fend for the child. And also the dad was just, could not have given a damn about providing for my daughter, So I had to go to work, do the things that need to be done to be a mom. And I'm really grateful for my relationship with Ndando, my firstborn, because she made me who I am today. She made the decisions on my behalf without even knowing it. And I would strongly advise against young moms. Do not fall pregnant. Get out there, have your life in order. See the world, especially see the world first. Find out who you are before you actually give yourself to another person, be it a man or a child. But for as an advice for women who are young mothers who are raising their kids now, create that relationship with the child. Make sure that you are close. Be the support that they need, and also open yourself up to them supporting you. Maybe in ways that you don't even know yourself.
Yeah. So ugogo manje.
Yes.
Hey.
Ugogo
Zani.
Oh, cute.
Oh, cute. Utlemi. It's 10 minutes before 11 o'clock.
Different sounds, different worlds.
Different artistic expressions, music, art, and and fashion collide. Are you coming? Let's go to the place where the beat drops, the fashion pops, and the art rocks.
We're talking Focalistic, Daliwonga, Mafigi Zolo, Kurt Darren, Matera Doughboy, Zoe Mujija, Claire Johnston from Mango Groove, the Tswani Gospel Choir, and more. Mahindra Fusion Fest, Saturday 7th March, Sunbet Arena. Tickets on Ticketmaster now. See you there.
This message is brought to you by Eskom, redefining for a better future.
Hey South Africa, want to keep your lights on and save money? Let's use electricity wisely. It's easier than you think. Switch off lights when you leave a room, unplug chargers and appliances, and use energy-saving bulbs. They last longer and use less power. Every little bit helps for your home, your wallet, and our planet.
Let's make it a habit and use electricity wisely. Eskom.
To walk the talk is to turn words into meaningful actions. And it's what we at 702 are committed to doing every day. We are also committed to following the rules set out by the Broadcasting Complaints Commission's Code of Conduct. To give you balanced programming, fair comments, and accurate news. But if we stumble along the way and you feel we are not living up to the code, let us know on comment@702.co.za. And if after that you're still not happy, you can direct your complaint in writing to the Broadcasting Complaints Commission. Email bccsa@nabsa.co.za. For more, visit bccsa.co.za.
Hanging out with Clement
on 702.
Let's walk the talk.
It's 8 minutes before 11 o'clock. Oh, what a fascinating conversation with Zandi Nhlapo. We're just about to wrap it up. In a moment, I want to go to your messages coming through on the WhatsApp line. Ayanda says, Clement, please pass my regards to Indlovukazi. Yeah, to what an inspirational being, a woman who is so solid in who she is. Thank you for giving black women permission to embrace their authentic ethnic self. There's a lot you've done for women just by being yourself. That's her magic. That's a message from Ayanda. Oh, that's Ayanda Buroto.
Oh, guys.
Ayanda. Lovely to hear from you.
I
Thank you for the message.
So much.
She's so cool. And then another one says, Clement, hi. Funny enough, the first time I saw her live was in Siabuswa B at Ketiwe Park. Oh, yes. She had been booked for a show there back in the days, probably between 1999 and the year 2000. This is in Zimdu in Johannesburg in Maboneng.
Oh, wow.
There was a time, so I'm from, my home is like probably 12 kilometers from Siabuswa.
Yeah?
So at this Ketiwe Park, they used to bring us like SABC presenters. Like, I'm sure it's one of the many shows you've attended. You've just forgotten.
We used to have a road show. We used to have a road show around the country.
They used to bring us like SABC presenters, and we used to pay to go see SABC presenters. And
you used to pay?
Yes. And then, because it was like a concert, so they'll have artists.
Oh, okay.
And then SABC presenters will be there to introduce the artist. Or it was so cool.
Yes,
it really was. So
yes,
I can definitely relate to that.
that.
Another one says, Clement, I even believed I looked like her. She is so pretty. I shaved my hair, and yes, girl, the 90s were it. I remember seeing her at the waterfront wearing short hair, and I just loved it.
Oh, wow.
So that's what someone else says there on the WhatsApp line. Here's a WhatsApp voice note that's also come through.
Good morning, 702. Yo, Clement Zandi Nhlapo. 1996, I used to watch SABC 1. Simunye, we are one. Zandi Nhlapo and Robert Marawa, those were my best presenters of SABC 1. Zandi Nhlapo with the hair bald. The lady who always shave her head. And I used to admire that.
Oh my God, Clement. Oh my God. You know what? I just paused work. I'm watching this on YouTube. Thank you so much for being this lovely woman. Well, I'm a Maluma as well, I guess. Ubrastelo, by the way. I just wanted to say thank you so much. Nice to see Zandi. Oh my God. I'm telling you, man, I would watch Simunye, man, and just wait for when she will come and announce what's coming next. I wish we had paused at that particular time, man. Because then whatever was coming next didn't really count. It was just her. It was all about her. In that other show, that music one with Zid Ben Dikobe. All-time favorite. Nice to see her looking good. And all the best
for her going forward. Big fan forever.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. Hello. If you're watching us on YouTube.
Where do I say hello?
Just there's like 1,000 cameras around you. Just
Big brother.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, this is Big Brother. Hello, YouTubers. Okay, I really wish they could bring back like continuity presenting. I really think there's space for it.
There's space for it. And also, I think, remember during continuity, we also had that missing children.
I remember that.
And kids would be found.
Yes.
Those are the things that I would bring
it.
back. You know, because children are getting lost left, right, and kidnapped.
Yeah.
That would be a perfect platform to actually find children, to put them up in the screen and say, this child is missing, help us find her. Because if you don't see it on social media, then
it's not gonna. And there are many other issues we can all rally together as a society from. I mean, the SABC already has that platform from across the world.
Yes, absolutely.
So hopefully producers are listening to us and they can work on that. Okay, I was hoping we can play the last song. Do we have time, Abel?
Do we have time?
Please, just 2 minutes of a song. Who should we do? Is Java or Lauryn Hill?
I said difficult le question.
Can we let Abel decide?
Yes, Abel, please decide for
Give
us.
it to us. Java will always so smart, so clever,
very
full of wisdom.
Full of wisdom. Yeah,
true. Before we get out of here, you've got a wellness event happening.
Yes, I've got a platform that is event based, which is called Seasoned. It's for seasoned people like myself, people who've seen life. And it takes different shapes and forms and themes at times. Sometimes we'll speak financial wellness, but this time we're doing physical wellness, and it's for perimenopausal women. Nivea jumped on board and said we want to be part of this conversation. So we'll be talking about mental health. We'll be talking about being in the phase of being perimenopausal and menopausal. We'll be unpacking everything, how it affects you mentally, how it affects you emotionally, how it affects you physically, and what can we do? What are the solutions that we have?
Well, how can people be part of it?
It's an invite only, unfortunately, now, but I'm going to be opening it up, I think, in the next installation of it. Yeah, because we need to have these conversations. And also, we just need to support each other. It's a space to collaborate, co-create, just share ideas as well in different ways and about different topics as well.
True, yeah. Zandi Nhlapo, this was so much fun hanging out with you. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you so much for the invitation. And thank you so much to all your listeners. I love you guys, and thank you for the love. I really appreciate it.
When you train for results, you don't quit halfway. Earn up to 7.35% interest with a Nedbank Just Invest account. Access your money within 24 hours. Keep your money agile. Get money fit with Nedbank. See money differently. Nedbank. For more information, visit nedbank.co.za. We're licensed FSP and registered credit provider. T's and C's apply.
Whether you love watching great films or dream of making them, the Joburg Film Festival, in partnership with MultiChoice Group, a Canal Plus company, from the 3rd to the 8th of March has something for you. Experience powerful local and international cinema on the big screen and tap into the JBX Talks, where the people shaping film unpack the craft, the business, and the future of storytelling. It's more than a festival, it's a front row seat to the film world. Book your tickets now at joburgfilmfestival.co.za.
Back to side, back to business. Back to getting the job done the way you like it. Join us from the 22nd of January to the 1st of March for the Chamberlain Back to Business promotion and get excited by incredible offers. From paint and power tools to in-store board cutting and edging, you'll have everything you need to start your year off the right way. Plus, with our wide range of rugged sideware, you'll be comfortable doing it too. Chamberlain, famous for hardware since 1903.
Time for the news, 1 minute after 11 o'clock, and this Eyewitness News is brought to you by Momentum. Financial advisors help you have a better shot at generational wealth. Speak to a Momentum accredited financial advisor. Momentum is part of Momentum Group Limited, an authorized FSP and registered credit provider.
This is EWN.
Good morning, I'm Sfiso Zulu. At least 5 people have died in a bus crash in Limpopo this morning. It happened on the N1 while the vehicle was en route to Zimbabwe from Johannesburg. Limpopo Traffic and Community Safety Spokesperson Matume says the driver lost control of the bus and veered off the road into a ditch.
The forensics pathologists are here. At this stage, it's not even clear who's the driver and who's not the driver. The bus is in the ditch, and it looks like we may be having 1 or 2 or 3 people under the bus.
Suspended Deputy National Police Commissioner Shadrack Sibia claims he was framed regarding allegations that seek to link him to alleged criminal kingpins. Testifying at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry in Pretoria this morning, Sibia made specific reference to the testimony of embattled crime intelligence boss Dumisani Khumalo. Khumalo previously presented evidence of footage showing a police sergeant, Fani Mkosi, driving a state vehicle, which was a white BMW, and collecting a gift bag from the home of Katiso Katie Mulife in Sandhurst in 2014. Khumalo alleged that the vehicle was registered to Sibia's office and that Nkosi worked under him. But Sibia has disputed this.
The white BMW in question was only assigned to my office on 4 August 2025. I attach here to a diary entry made on the very date the vehicle was received, marked SS32. The entry record not only the receipt of the vehicle but also its condition at the time.
The city of Ekurhuleni says the metro is stable despite troubles within the ANC-led coalition. The EFF announced its withdrawal from the coalition yesterday following Mayor Dr. Xhakaza's cabinet reshuffle. The EFF seats have been cut from 4 to 2, while Action SA's mayoral candidate Xolani Khumalo has been appointed MMC for Community Services and Bylaw Enforcement. Alpha Ramushwana reports.
Following a cabinet reshuffle by Ekurhuleni Mayor Dr. Xhakaza, both the EFF and Action SA claimed they were never consulted before the changes were announced. Action SA has since refused to be part of the ANC-led coalition, while the EFF has officially withdrawn from the pact. As a result, Xhakaza's mayoral committee has been reduced to just 7 members, with 3 positions now standing vacant. Despite this, Ekurhuleni spokesperson Phakamile Mbengashe says everything is under control.
The municipality is definitely still intact. Service delivery has not been interrupted. The administration remains. We have our long-term plans. Residents can be rest assured that service delivery will continue. What happens in the political environment will sort itself out.
This also leaves the ANC leading a minority government and without a crucial 50+1 majority. Alpha Ramshwana, Eyewitness News.
And Sam Altman, head of ChatGPT, maker of OpenAI, has told a global artificial intelligence conference that the world urgently needs to regulate the fast-evolving technology. He says an organization could be set up to coordinate these efforts, similar to the International Atomic Energy agency. Altman is one of a host of top tech CEOs in New Delhi for the AI Impact Summit, the fourth annual global meeting on how to handle advanced computing power. Gold is trading at $4,979.40 an ounce. The rand, 16.08 to the dollar, 21.68 to the pound, 18.95 to the euro. Brent crude oil is at $70.60 a barrel.
And in the traffic, we've got delays on the N12 West. In fact, a major accident scene right near the Gululis interchange. Delays coming out of the Edenville Road exit. There's also queuing traffic on the M1 South approaching Caller Drive. That's due to roadworks that are taking place along the route. Please be on the lookout there.
A partly cloudy day in store for Gauteng. The temperatures will peak at highs between 29 and 30 degrees. The top story in EWN this hour. At least 5 people have died in a bus crash in Limpopo this morning.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, visit ewn.co.za or download the EWN app.
They say the early bird catches the worm. Great advice, unless you're the worm. Generic so-called wisdom doesn't work for everyone, so I settle for a financial plan that's one size fits some. Momentum accredited financial advisors take the time to get to really know your unique situation. Advice meets your context. Momentum, your journey to success. Momentum is part of Momentum Group Limited, an authorized financial services and registered credit provider.
You're with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
Let's Walk the Talk, streaming on the Prime Media Plus app.
DSTV channel 856,
92.7 and 106 FM.
8 minutes after 11 o'clock, Dumelang. Welcome to the third and final hour of the Clement Manyathela show. Great to have you with us. We're here on 702. What a terrible story Sfiso is reporting about this morning. 5 people have died in a bus crash in Limpopo this morning. It's happened on the N1, Wild en route from Johannesburg to Zimbabwe. Remember when was it? Late last year, we were talking about another accident where a lot of people died. Also, I think that bus was moving from the Eastern Cape and it was going to Malawi or Zimbabwe, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, what a tragic story. The Limpopo Traffic and Community Safety Department are saying that the driver lost control of the vehicle and veered off the road into a ditch. It's now 9 minutes after 11 o'clock and time for our Thursday Dialogue.
The Dialogue with Clement Manyathela.
It's not just another roundtable discussion.
Let's Walk the Talk on 702.
And on our Thursday Dialogue this morning, we want to give you an update on what's happening at the Madlanga Commission. In fact, we'll take you there live as soon as they are back in session. They've just taken a break, a tea break. So as soon as they're back, we're going to take you back there to listen to the testimony of Shadrack, Sibia, the suspended Deputy National Commissioner. I've got a few clips that I want to play for you while we wait for them to resume proceedings, just to keep you up to date with what's come out so far. I mean, from yesterday already, this was a man who wanted to defend himself from the time when he was reading his statement. I mean, at some point, evidence leaders were like, oh, you're going into too much unnecessary detail. And he felt, no, I need to come and say my piece and clarify certain things that have been said here in my name. So I'll get to those clips in a moment. I want to bring in our colleague Oren Singh now, who's our reporter with Eyewitness News, who's joining me now in studio, just to take us through some of the important bits that came out this morning and perhaps yesterday as well. Oren, thank you for coming through. Hi.
Morning, Clement. Thanks.
So let's start with some of the things that piqued your interest this morning. I must say, earlier on, I picked up that he indicated that he's got about 4 phones. And I thought, whoa, what do you do with 4 phones? Okay, maybe one is work, and then another one is like family. What are the other 2 for? Did you ever have to explain that?
I don't think so, not yet.
They haven't gotten there.
But possibly during cross-examination, it might come up.
Yeah, okay. What are some of the things that came out this morning?
I think the most interesting thing, Clement, and this obviously brings into question the sort of evidence that we've been presented with at the commission so far by the likes of Dumisani Khumalo and Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi and Fani Masimola, is this issue around this white BMW. We remember that when Dumisani Khumalo testified, he brought up CCTV camera footage of a certain sergeant, Fani Nkosi, visiting the home of Katiso Keti Molefe in Sandhurst. And we see him getting out the vehicle and then getting back into his vehicle with this gift bag, quite a large gift bag. Everyone knows this CCTV footage. It circulated on WhatsApp and so forth and social media. And at the time, Dumisani Khumalo said that both Sergeant Fani Nkosi reported was under the command of Shadrack Sibia, but also that white BMW was assigned to Shadrack Sibia's office. And this morning, we heard a different story. Shadrack Sibia says that CCTV footage was taken in November 2024. All right. He says this white BMW was only assigned to my office on the 5th of August 2025, which will beg the question, who's telling the right or giving the right evidence here? Because Dumisani Khumalo is saying at the time, this BMW was assigned to Shadrack Sibia's office. And that was the picture painted by Dumisani Khumalo. And now we're hearing, no, I've got the paperwork to say that this BMW was only assigned to my office on the 5th of August 2025, almost a year later. And so I think Shadrack Sibia has obviously come with his own evidence.
Yeah.
It's going to be up to the commission to look through this evidence and determine whose evidence actually holds more weight.
And I mean, the argument that I guess Dumisani Khumalo's grouping could make is that, sure, this vehicle at the time of this video, when it was taken, it wasn't assigned to you, but ultimately it was at a later stage. So that's just a minor detail that we can change. But does it really then change the heaviness of what they are alleging against him, which is that the guy that reports to you had money in the bag and gave it to this man that your people have tried to protect?
Yeah, I think it does hold some weight in the argument, because essentially he's refuted claims that Sergeant Nkosi reports to him.
Okay.
He claims that Sergeant Nkosi has a line manager that he reports to. I would suspect, and I could be wrong, that it would be the Gauteng head of organized crime, being Richard Chibiri.
Oh my goodness.
Because Sergeant Nkosi is a member of organized crime in Gauteng. So I would suspect that would be his reporting officer. And obviously, Richard Chibiri reports to Shadrack Sibia.
But do you remember, Oren? I remember when I spoke to you about some of the witnesses. I think witness D and the beginning witnesses that were anonymous. And I remember some of them were the ones who arrested Katiso Molefe. And I remember them mentioning that when they were arresting this man, they even got a call from Shibiri who said, do you know how dangerous this man is? And as soon as they arrested and they took him to a certain prison, I remember one of them testified that Shibiri called and said, what's his name? Shadrack Sibia is not happy with what you guys have done. So it seems like there's this link that still exists, but at the end of the day, you need to be able to provide the evidence, and it has to be strong enough for you to prove that there's a link between what these people have said and the power that some of these officials hold. So he's now denying that this man doesn't report to him. But does he deny that they've got a relationship? Because we've seen WhatsApp texts where they talk to each other.
Doesn't deny that in the least. He says that Sergeant Nkosi himself, obviously referring to Sergeant Nkosi as witness F, which is a whole other argument in itself. Because initially,
I mean, he appeared.
He appeared initially, and then he went
I wanna be
in
anonymous.
camera. Yes. So even Justice Mbuyiseli Madlanga admitting that the whole nation knows. You know that witness F is Sergeant Nkosi, but not actually saying it himself. But I think Shadrack Sibiya doesn't distance himself of having a close relationship with Sergeant Nkosi, but also seems to say that other people also have a relationship with him. It's not just me. It's General Mkonazi, General Sentumule in his office. They all have this relationship with him. But Sergeant Nkosi, I think, obviously, someone that there's a lot of questions around him. He's come out publicly and said that I was raised by Jotan Mswati.
Yes.
You know Mswazi.
Yes. He was my dad. He was like
he's
my
dad. And this is someone that's obviously a questionable figure in the taxi realm, but also organized crime, essentially, with what's come out of the commission. So Shadrack Sibiya still in a corner, and I think Clement, when cross-examination does come about, he's really going to be hands up and trying to defend himself.
Can I just say, I was hoping that it was going to be Advocate Sello who's going to do the cross-examination. I mean, who's the...
Advocate Adila Hasim.
I mean, she's great, right?
Yes.
She's really great. But I was hoping that I'm going to get Advocate Sello who's going to ask the questions there. Just lastly, he seemed to raise issues with the WhatsApp messages that the commission has relied on. I mean, is he suggesting that they may have been interfered with?
Yeah, I think he's going along that sort of line, and we're going to hear a little bit more about that later, possibly during cross-examination. But he wants to know how were these messages obtained? What was the extraction method used by police to get access to these messages and download them and so forth? But he's also raised in contention that 6-hour recording that police allegedly have in their possession. That was when they arrested Kat Matlala. They had a conversation with him, and it spanned 6 hours long.
But also, he's disputed that. Remember when he appeared, he said, "No ways."
He's also disputing that. He's saying he's requested that 6-hour recording. Obviously, having to come and testify, he wants to know what's in it, because we've only heard small clips of that recording, and they've refused to give it to him. So he's raised the question: does it actually exist? Is it 6 hours long, or is it simply just small clips here and there that they managed to obtain? So a lot of questions being raised by Sibia, but at the end of the day, he's still in a very tight position.
Yeah. Oren Singh, thank you so much for that quick update on what's come out of the Madlanga Commission so far. In fact, take a listen to what Shadrack Sibiya said about this witness Ev, Sergeant Nkosi, the one who basically ran away from the commission. And I say ran away because, first of all, he came up with all sorts of tricks. He appeared first, everybody saw who he is, and then he comes with lawyers later and says, I want to be anonymous. I can't be on camera. Okay, fine. They indulged him, and then he testified in camera. And then third thing, he tried to go to court to block coming to the commission. Didn't work. Fourth thing he's done now is, on the day he was supposed to appear, then he suddenly gets admitted to hospital. You tell me, what's up?
It is untrue that Sergeant Witness F works under my command, or that he acted as a middleman for the passing of money to or through me. Whilst Witness F falls within my broader portfolio, he does not report to me. He is several levels below me in the organizational hierarchy and has a direct line manager to whom he reports, which is not me. However, I want to make a statement that says I don't distance myself from being close to him. It is correct that Witness F and I have a close personal relationship. However, the relationship does not translate into, nor does it evidence any corrupt, improper conduct. In particular, it does not mean that Witness F acted or could have acted as an intermediary through whom I receive any illicit fund. It is notable that I am not the only senior SAPS official with whom Witness F has a close personal relationship. Despite this, I'm the only individual singled out in an apparent attempt to advance a narrative of impropriety. This is especially striking given that Witness F is equally, if not more closely associated with other senior officials, including General Sintumule and General Mkwanazi, yet no similar allegations have been leveled against them. I have pictures, bike riding, I have birthday parties where Witness is together with these colleagues that I've mentioned. He's very close. He's a biker. He's a kind of a person, not because of his rank. He's a supportive person. When we have death case in the family, he's one of those people who say, how can I support? I will come and also support. Or if it's a person that you get used to because he assists.
Yeah, hey, okay. It reminds me of what Julius Mkonazi was saying about Ket Matlala. Oh yeah, he's like a brother to me. We help each other. I mean, he even claimed at the Madlanga Commission that Matlala has also asked him for petrol money. Imagine, Matlala asked him for petrol money. Eh? Yeah, these stories. The issue, though, is when you look at the WhatsApp messages between this Witness F and Shadrack Sibiya, I mean, that's very questionable. They're talking about the transportation of impalas. They're talking about things that are, you can tell that this man had a very peculiar relationship with Shadrack Sibiya that went way beyond him being just a caring man. It did. Because he was organizing meetings even between Ket Matlala and Shadrack Sibiya. I can't wait for cross-examination. It's 21 after 11.
Listen up, corporates. Wrap up your tax year on a meaningful note by donating to DKMS. Your support assists in fighting life-threatening blood cancers by enabling DKMS to recruit more potential donors, as well as raising patients' chances of finding a match. And there's an added advantage. Enjoy the benefits of a Section 18A tax certificate, which grants your company a well-deserved rebate. Be a force for good this tax season by giving those in need a new lease on life. Email fundraising at dkms-africa.org to donate today.
In life's most challenging moments of loss, compassion can be your greatest comfort. You shouldn't have to face the financial burden of losing a loved one by yourself. Rest assured, Clientele's funeral plans pay out cash within 24 hours. You can cover up to 13 family members on one plan, ensuring all your loved ones are taken care of, and 3 children are covered at no additional cost. With Clientele, you're not just buying a plan, you're also buying peace of mind. When the time comes, you will need to make important calls with your 200 Rand airtime you will receive when you claim. Plans offer double accidental death cover, as well as transport, grocery and unveiling benefits. Apply today, it's easy. There are no medical examinations and no paperwork. SMS funeral to 31586. That's 31586. Clientele Life is an authorized FSP and licensed life insurer. T's and C's online. Standard rates apply.
Alcohol drowns our hope and fuels our pain. Our streets are flooded. Our families are breaking. Women and children are not safe. Alcohol kills 100 people in South Africa every day. For more information, visit www.truecostofalcohol.africa. Increase excise tax on alcohol.
South Africa's youth face a real crisis, with 8.8 million young people between the ages of 18 and 35 not in education, employment or training. But there's a solution. SA Youth is the country's largest free online youth recruitment platform, connecting employers to over 4.5 million young work seekers. Join Shami Suryana Rain, who's the Chief Impact Officer at Harambee Youth Employment Accelerator, on The Money Show with Stephen Grootes next Tuesday from 10 p.m. as she shares how SA Youth is breaking barriers, supporting over 3,000 employers and powering entry-level opportunities across all sectors. Only on 702. Let's walk the talk.
The Dialogue with Clement Manyathela.
It's not just another roundtable discussion.
Let's walk the talk on 702.
24 minutes after 11 o'clock.
And then the team. But then with Sibia, because when Ket Madlala appeared before the ad hoc committee, he did say that he bought buffalo for him. And then also witness F also said the same thing, that they did buy him buffalo. So when Sibia said, he never received anything from Ket Madlala. So how is he going to get himself out of that predicament? Because Ket told us that he did give him something. So how is he going to explain that? I would like to know.
Yeah.
So,
Something is weird here. But hey, again, cross-examination is going to begin at some point. So those tough questions, they're going to put them to him. Don't worry. Here's another clip of him earlier actually denying that he actually got bribes from Ket Madlala.
Furthermore, I categorically deny that I have ever received, solicited, or accepted any form of gratification, inducement, benefit, or kickback from Madlala for any other person. Any suggestion to the contrary is false, unfounded, and devoid of any factual basis.
That's what he said. And then there was a time when he also spoke about how he has been branded a criminal by a lot of people just from the allegations that have been made.
Please don't punish me for that, Chair. What I want to raise, Chair, is that from 6 July, when a statement was made about General Sibia being a criminal, and when things were said by all the witnesses, many witnesses that came in, and just all of them panting General Sibia, and I know the commission is sitting here with General Sibia, who is known to be this criminal. And I was also advised to keep quiet and you speak at the right time, at the right platform. Now I'm at the right platform where I'm supposed to. I've kept quiet. They've brought many witnesses. Everything is about me. Even out there, the whole country watching me. And when I'm supposed to bring now my story, I'm going to live here now not having brought their own story that relates to the work of the commission and the work that I am doing, or that I did that involved them, including even in criminal activities, because it's bullet. I know there has been a lot of rush work because of the way the commission, the first lawyer that I dealt with resigned from the firm and left, and then she took over. Now the next thing is every now and then we're receiving piles and piles of files from the commission, even until the last hour. Now, when I write, I read the statement. On the side, I make notes. My team was saying to me, read your statement, and then make notes on the side. Now, I read my statement and I make notes on the things that I want to say as examples, because if I had to give it to them, it's going to be a very long document. So I thought some of the things I'll speak to. Now, if I am not able to point them out, I know my legal, like I said initially, she said to me, whatever that you want to say, let's discuss it first. But
yeah, it's part of what he's been telling the commission this morning.
Grab the bull by the horns in 2026 with the bold GWM P300. Equipped with a powerful 2.4 turbo diesel engine delivering 135 kilowatts, the P300 is born to back you no matter the job and is available from only $5,999 per month. Visit gwm.co.za for T's and C's and to book a test drive. GWM, go with more. Brought to you by GWM Finance, a division of Westbank, an authorized financial services and registered credit provider.
The Checkers Extravaganza is now on, with over 1,500 deals every week. Like Steakhouse Classic man-sized T-bone steak for 150 Rand per kilo. Sparletta or Twist soft drinks 2 liters, any two for 29 Rand. And Clover Long Life Milk, a 1 liter 6-pack for 94.99. Valid until 22 February 2026. Only at Checkers, Checkers Hyper, or shop on 6060.
This is financial year end. This is financial year end supercharged with the help of Zero Small Business Accounting software. This is you talking to your accountant or bookkeeper. This is you talking to your accountant or bookkeeper with the help of Zero Small Business Accounting software. So supercharge your business with the help of Zero and blast past financial year-end stress. Try Zero free for 30 days. Terms apply. Search Zero with an X.
The Money Show.
Weekday evenings at 6.
Inflation seems to be behaving itself quite nicely. Are you expecting it to stay roughly in this range for most of the year?
We think that the number will remain close to 3%. Obviously, there's still shocks in the system. Biosecurity issues, oil price, for example. But we're hopeful that 3% will be around about the range that we see over the year.
Koketso Mano is a senior economist.
The Money Show.
On 702. Let's walk the talk.
The Money Show, Stephen Curtis, is brought to you by ABSA CIB. Invested in your story because your story matters. ABSA is an authorized FSP and registered credit provider.
11:31, time for the latest in Eyewitness News headlines. In Bali, there's been a tragic accident on the N1.
That's correct, Clement. A very good morning. At least 5 people have died in that bus crash in Limpopo. It happened on the N1 while the vehicle was en route to Zimbabwe from Johannesburg. Limpopo traffic and community safety officials say the driver lost control and the bus veered off the road and fell into a ditch. The state has refused to cover the legal costs of former Public Enterprises Minister Malusi Gigaba. His legal representative told the Johannesburg High Court today that a decision has not yet been made on whether to appeal that ruling or not. Gigaba sought financial assistance from the state on the basis that the corruption charges he faces relate to alleged conduct during his tenure as a minister. And suspended Deputy National Police Commissioner Shadrack Sibia claims he was framed regarding allegations that seek to link him to alleged criminal kingpins. Testifying at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry in Pretoria this morning, Sibia made specific reference to the testimony of embattled crime intelligence boss Dumisani Khumalo. All those are the headlines, this EWN and more at midday or as it happens.
EWN Traffic.
Traveling on the M1 South, we've got delays between Caller Drive and Glenhove Road. This is due to roadworks that are taking place at the M1 South this morning. Please be on the lookout and drive with care. While traveling on the N3 North, some delays towards the Gilulis turn off. Speaking of the Gilulis, we've got an accident on the N12 West right near the Gilulis interchange. It's causing delays coming out of Edenville Road. Please be on the lookout for that one. There's also queuing traffic reported on the M2 West between Elof Street and the Crown interchange. Roadworks are causing these delays, so please approach with care. And then if you're traveling on the N1 North towards Roodepoort, we've got some delays coming out of Albertina Sisulu Road to approach with care. And that's your last traffic update from me, Mo Ramela. Stay tuned for more updates at the top of the hour.
There's more EWN on air, online, and on the EWN app.
The Dialogue with Clement Manyathela.
It's not just another roundtable discussion.
Let's walk the talk on 702.
11:33 on our Thursday Dialogue this morning. We've been bringing you up to speed with what's been happening at the Madlanga Commission. They did take a bit of a break earlier on, and the plan was that they will be back around 11:30 this morning. I see that they're still preparing for the commissioners and the legal counsel to come back. So I'll take you back there live as soon as they return. In the meantime, let's do this.
Aubrey Masango.
Weekday evenings,
8 to midnight.
We were supposed to host the MEC for transport. They've written to us to say, no, we've spoken many times to 702. We don't feel like we need to come and speak to you guys. You might have spoken to another presenter at another show. When you agree and you say, yes, I'm going to come, then mid-air you decide, no, you're not going to come because you have already spoken to 702. And were the people that are listening now listening then? Come on. And then the very same government people will be the first to say, yeah, but you don't give us platform.
Aubrey Masango.
8 to midnight on 702.
702.
This is a message from Johannesburg Water. Johannesburg Water understands the frustration and the inconvenience some residents are experiencing due to the current water interruptions in some parts of the city. The technical teams are working around the clock to stabilize supply by repairing major leaks, managing system pressure, and coordinating closely with the bulk supplier. Focused interventions are underway on critical systems and areas to support system recovery and restore supply. Alternative water supply continues being provided in affected areas.
Today's forecast is calm conditions inside your Mazda CX-5. It'll be warm, so likely your cabin chills before you even ask. Patches of scattered traffic, but with heads-up display and lane keep assist, you'll feel like you're alone on the road. Clouds this evening. Perfect for that Bose sound system. And later, skin tingles as you take that curve a little too beautifully. The feeling will find you in the Mazda CX-5. Wonder awaits.
Smart Steve from Momentum. Hello.
Stevie, it's Clinton Myers, the Minister of National Treasures.
Mr. Minister, how can Momentum Insure help you?
This economy is not helping with the cost of my gusheshe, my tires, man.
Just get Momentum Insure's safety returns and get up to 30% cash back, even if you claim.
Is it true?
Stru's Bob, Mr. Minister. Visit momentum.co.za or call 0860 006 784. Momentum Insure, keeping you safe on your journey to success. Momentum Insure is an authorized non-life insurer. T's and C's apply.
The Dialogue with Clement Manyathela.
It's not just another roundtable discussion.
Let's walk the talk on 702.
24 minutes before 12 o'clock. Let's take you back to the Madlanga Commission to continue hearing the testimony of Shadrack Sibia.
Perhaps your junior will mark them for us and stick them, or even the instructing attorney, the attorneys, stick them where they should go.
We'll ask the attorneys to attend.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, General.
Thank you, Chair. I have the dates of the trip to Cape Town that I should read into the court record as I proceed. It was from the 5th of January 2025 when we left for Cape Town, and arrived in Cape Town on the 5th of January, and then we left Cape Town on the 12th and arrived at Pretoria on the 12th of January 2025. Those are the dates, Sir.
Oh, thank you, General.
Thank you.
I must resume from which paragraph, Evidence Leader?
Yes, you had just completed 257, so you're now on 258.
On the 2nd of December 2025, my attorneys were served with a further search, access and seizure warrant 2, authorized on the 1st of December 2025 by Mutau J, pursuant to a second ex parte application launched by Brigadier Kunene under the same case number. Upon consideration of that application, it is apparent that the founding affidavit is, in all material respect, a duplication of the affidavit used in the first ex parte application, save that the number of alleged suspects was increased without explanation, and additional non-subs individuals were authorized to participate in the search and seizure operation.
General, were you able to clarify? You were going to check whether that this is accurate, the non-SAPS individuals.
I am able to clarify, and I was clarified, and I'm quite comfortable with what is in the paragraph.
Okay.
On the 8th of December 2025, I launched an application for the rescission of the order granted ex parte by the Honorable Mutau J on 1st December 2025 on the basis that the resort to an ex parte procedure, particularly in respect of the second ex parte application, was improper, unjustified, and constituted an abuse of process designed to obtain intrusive relief without proper notice of or judicial scrutiny. This application is still pending. I'm advised that both search and seizure applications and warrant are beset by material defects. either in the manner in which the warrants were obtained or in the execution thereof. In my view, these cumulative irregularities demonstrate a concerted and improper attempt to obtain incriminating material against me, rather than a bona fide investigative process. The manner in which Warrant 1 was executed, including the disproportionate deployment of force and authority and the associated media presence, gives rise to a reasonable inference that the operation was not conducted in a measured or purely investigative manner. Viewed objectively, these circumstances tend to create the perception that the execution of the warrant was calculated to cause reputational harm to me, rather than being confined to what was strictly necessary for the lawful investigative purposes. This event have in turn resulted in extremely social media reporting and commentary, effectively giving rise to a trial by social media, which has, I know it says by trial by media, but it's a typo. It was meant to be social media, which has been materially detriment to me, both personally and professionally. Much of this reporting has been inaccurate and misleading and has amplified reputational harm arising from the manner in which the warrants were executed, rather than reflecting a fair or fact-based account of the underlying events. Now, I'm going to the overall effectiveness or failure of oversight mechanisms within the SAPS. Paragraph 263. Part of the terms of reference of this commission includes an inquiry into the effectiveness or failure of oversight mechanisms within the criminal justice system, as well as the role played by any member of the national executive responsible for the criminal justice system. This encompasses an examination of whether such persons were complicit in, aided or abetted, or otherwise participated in alleged criminal activities, whether they failed to act on credible intelligence or internal warnings, and whether they derived any financial or political benefit from such activities. In such section of my affidavit, I accordingly address conduct within the leadership structures of SAPS, which in my view warrants scrutiny within the scope of the Commission's mandate. Overtime claims in respect of my protection. I became aware of an application for overtime payment in respect of the period 1 May 2023 to 31st of May 2023, allegedly relating to the protection service rendered to me by Warrant Officer Monageng and Warrant Officer Skhodi, which application was approved by General Sintumule. I attach here to marked Annexer SS37 a copy of the information notice reflecting this application, as well as the purported hours of overtime allegedly worked. The application records overtime purportedly worked during May 2023 by Warrant Officer Monageng and Warrant Officer Skhodi for my protection. This is incorrect. During the period in question, I neither requested nor was allocated any protection service, and no protection details was assigned to me. At no stage during May 2023 did Warrant Officer Monageng or Warrant Officer Skhodi or any other member of the SAPS perform overtime duties for my protection. The overtime reflected in this application was therefore not rendered as recorded. Upon becoming aware of the existence and approval of this application, I referred the matter to the Independent Police Investigation Directorate for investigation. The application proposed to claim overtime for services that were not requested, not authorized by me, and not performed. The approval of such application in the absence of any factual basis raises serious concerns regarding the accuracy and integrity of the approving authority and the lawfulness of the payment claim. The foregoing raises the question as to how General Sintumule approved the overtime claim in the absence of any verification that protection services were requested, allocated, or rendered, notwithstanding that such verification would have been readily ascertainable. As the approving authority, General Sintumule was required to exercise due diligence to ensure that overtime claims were supported by objective proof that services were authorized and rendered. This would ordinarily include verification of protection allocation records, duty rosters, or confirmation from the protected member. None of this appear to have been undertaken prior approval of the claim. The approval of an overtime claim in these circumstances is not a minor administrative lapse. It implicates systemic weaknesses in financial and operational controls, particularly where claims relate to protection services, which are sensitive, strictly regulated, and easily verifiable. The approval of such a claim without basic verification raises legitimate concerns about whether oversight mechanisms were functioning as intended. At the minimum, the approval of the application reflects a reckless disregard for the verification obligations attendant upon the approving authority. At worst, it raises the possibility that the approval was granted with knowledge that the service claimed had not been rendered. These are matters that properly fell within the investigative remit of IPIT. Now moving over to governance and oversight issues arising from close personal relationship with the Office of the National Commissioner. I have on numerous occasions received complaints from various members of the South African Police Service regarding allegations of nepotism and preferential treatment within the Office of the National Commissioner. In this regard, I have prepared a presentation which I take the Commission to and which is attached here too, marked SS38, setting out the familial and personal relationship between certain individuals employed within the Office of the National Commissioner. I raise these issues because the existence of close familial personal relationship within a single executive office warrants scrutiny from a governance and oversight perspective, not because such relationships are inherently improper, but because of the heightened risk they pose to objectivity, accountability, and the effective functioning of internal controls. Where reporting lines, decision-making authority, or access to sensitive information intersect with personal relationship, there is an increased risk of perceived or actual conflict of interest, preferential treatment, and weakened oversight in an institution such as SAPS, which exercises extensive coercive powers and manages substantial public resources. The maintenance of transparent, impartial, and robust governance structures is essential to public confidence and institutional integrity. It is for these reasons that the relationship reflected in Access SS38 warrant careful examination within the scope of the Commission's mandate. In amplification of the above, it is noteworthy that the conduct and role of the other Deputy National Commissioners have not been examined by this Commission, despite the Commission's mandate to scrutinize senior leadership within the South African Police Service and the effectiveness of oversight mechanism at that level. In particular, the Deputy National Commissioner responsible for policing, General Musikidi, who was implicated in an incident at a macro store, in which it was alleged that she attempted to purchase household appliances through informal means and was subsequently deceived by two individuals who allegedly provided her with empty boxes after she had paid them an amount of 10,000. Following this incident, General Musigiri opened a criminal case of theft against the two individuals, alleging that her belongings had been stolen while they were assisting her to load groceries into the vehicle. The two individuals were arrested, after which General Musigiri later withdrew the charges of theft against these two individuals. The matter was thereafter referred to IPID, which commenced an inquiry into General Musigiri's conduct arising from the incident, notwithstanding the referral to IPID and the existence of an ongoing investigation. An internal report prepared on the instruction of the National Commissioner subsequently cleared General Musigiri of any wrongdoing. What is of concern from a governance and oversight perspective is the apparent disparity in the manner in which this matter was addressed. When contrasted with the scrutiny applied to other senior SAPS officials, despite the seriousness of the allegations and the fact that the matter had been referred to IPID for independent investigation, an internal report commissioned at the instance of the National Commissioner purported to exonerate General Musigiri. This raises legitimate questions as to the consistency, independence, and robustness of internal accountability mechanism within the SAPS, and whether similar standard of scrutiny are applied uniformly across senior leadership. In or about April 2024, the Public Service Commission issued a report in terms of Section 194 of the Constitution concerning allegations of appointment irregularities at the SAPS. In that report, the Public Service Commission concluded that the promotion of General Sibola to the position of head executive support and internal relations was irregular. A copy of the PSC report is attached here to marked as SS39. Subsequent engagement took place between, I'm reading throughout. Subsequent engagements took place between SAPS and the PSC regarding this finding. This engagement culminated in the preparations of an information note by Lieutenant General Dineo Nkua, the Divisional Commissioner Human Resource Management, in which SAPS records its disagreement with the PSC's conclusion. In the information note, SAPS maintains that the appointment of General Sibola was effected in compliance with the applicable legislative framework and with the requisite authorization of the Minister of Police. A copy of the information note as well as the related correspondence is attached here to marked Annexa SS40. The apparent disjuncture between the findings of the Public Service Commission and the position adopted by SAPS management reflects a broader institutional weakness in internal governance control, particularly in relation to senior appointments, compliance with prescripts, and a clear delineation of authority. Effective governance within SAPS requires that oversight finding be meaningfully engaged with remedial steps be taken where irregularities are identified, and that executive authority be exercised in a manner that is demonstrably consistent with the constitutional and legislative obligations. A further point of concern for me is that General Sintumule has publicly denied having an association with Madlanga. This denial is, however, difficult to reconcile with information that has come to my attention. In particular, it appears that Madlanga was invited on the instruction of General Sintumule to attend the Sub-Service Excellence Award, and that the donation was accepted from his company Medicare 24 in connection with that event. I am in possession of a WhatsApp communication which indicate that General Sintumule instructed Major General Manamela to extend an invitation to Madlanga to attend the Service Excellence Award. In or about 2024, it is further alleged that 10 free refrigerators were accepted by General Sintumule as a donation from Medicare 24. I am also informed that Madlanga and his wife were invited to General Sintumule's private residence prior to a relocation, to a trip to Cape Town, not relocation. It's a typo.
Sorry, General. The refrigerator donation was to the SAPs or to her personally?
It's to the SAPs during the Excellence Awards. Those are the fridges that will be given to the best performer on this or that.
Thank you.
In addition, it has been alleged that General Sintumule personally benefited from Matala in circumstances that were not disclosed. These allegations include that certain elective medical procedures were performed by medical practitioners, the cost of which were paid for by Mr. Matala. I am advised that these benefits were not declared through any formal disclosure. I raise these matters because...
Sorry, General, just before you move on, when you say it has been alleged, who alleges this?
Firstly, I think we had a witness here that spoke about certain senior managers who received BBL. And then in my case, what I said, where I said that because I work with her every day, I had to give her off. Sometimes because she could not sit, even in the car, even in the office, because she could not work. She had to always, at all times, be standing the whole day because she was not supposed to sit. And I even advised her to work from home. So as to the question as to who alleges, sometimes I shouldn't at this point in time maybe disclose who gave me the information, but I am able to give to the commission if I have to give. I'm forced to give it to the commission because sometimes people's lives could be in danger as well.
Well, I think you should provide to us where you get information from. Otherwise, it just is this allegation that's written in the passive tense. It has been alleged. So I would ask that you do give us that information. You can give it to us during the adjournment, if you wish.
Yes, may I come back maybe the next morning with that response, Chair, so that I consult extensively in that regard.
Continue.
I raise these matters because if established, they would raise serious concerns relating to conflict of interest, disclosure obligations, and the integrity of governance and oversight mechanism within the SAPs. I accordingly place these matters before the Commission for consideration insofar as they may be relevant to its mandate to examine ethical governance, accountability, and the effectiveness of internal safeguards within the senior leadership of the SAPs. The National Commissioner's leadership style. The National Commissioner's approach to conflict resolution has on a number of occasions reflected inconsistency and apparent partiality, particularly in matters involving General Khumalo and myself. Although the National Commissioner acknowledged my concerns regarding being undermined and bypassed by General Khumalo, his interventions were largely limited and reactive rather than proactive or corrective. In one instance, I was advised that certain issues should not be raised publicly or in the presence of junior officials. While this guidance is understandable from the perspective of maintaining hierarchy and discipline, its practical effect was that the conduct complained of was not addressed, thereby allowing the situation to persist without consequences. The National Commissioner's approach in these circumstances appeared to have the preservation of long-standing personal relationship over the consistent enforcement of accountability, proper governance, and command discipline.
Yeah, he's going to go after every single one of the people that have come for him, and it becomes a back and forth. But one of the things he mentioned is that he's got some information around General Sintumulo and how she had accepted donations for the SAPS Service Excellence Awards from Ket Matlala. But then again, those were not necessarily of her personal benefit, but more to the SAPS. So if the SAPS really knew who this man is and the controversy, why are they busy accepting donations from him? Coming up next, the Midday Report with Mandy Winner, who's going to pick up no doubt from that. How are you doing, Mandy?
Hey, Clement.
What's popping?
Yeah, exactly. We are going to start with the latest from the Madlanga Commission, Shadrack Sibiya, still speaking about being framed and now responding with all of his own ammo. We'll look at the presidential employment stimulus plan amidst pressure on the presidency around youth unemployment. The state has refused to pay Malusi Gigaba's legal fees in court today. There's been a bus crash in Limpopo. Several people have died there. And then in our book feature today, we'll bring you an interview that I've done with the international crime writer David Baldacci.
All right, that's what's coming up on the Midday Report with Mandy Wiener. I'll be back with you tomorrow between 9 and 12. Stay listening to 702 and have a beautiful day, my friends. Bye-bye.
This is EWN.
Good afternoon, I'm Bali Dlamini. Emergency service teams are on the scene of a bus crash which claimed the lives of 5 people in Limpopo this morning. The bus crashed on the N1 while driving to Zimbabwe from Johannesburg. Preliminary reports indicate the driver lost control